She walks in loud like a thunderstorm, debunking myths with style and form. True crime, conspiracies, her game. Melissa Jade, remember her name. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Microphone fierce like a roaring lion, unveiling secrets people been hiding. True crime queen of the digital scene, Melissa's got you hooked on her screen. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Murders to cover-ups, nothing misses. Melissa's here to share her guesses. She's got theories big and bold, no stone unturned, no case cold. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. From murders to cover-ups, nothing misses. Melissa's here to share her guesses. She's got theories big and bold, no stone unturned, no case cold. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. 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 She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Tess.
Happy Fat Tuesday. I'm
Hi.
not I'm not really from New Orleans, but it's Fat Tuesday. Yay, everyone.
I am sitting here and someone sent me a post that I'd like to pull up, but there's like 10 screenshots and they came in out of order and it's one long social media post. And so like I'm trying to desperately put this in order so I can read it correctly.
No.
It's harder than you think with these Facebook posts.
Oh my gosh, yes it is. It's so hard.
The official team. Okay, so one second.
Really quick, because the new rumor is that I'm not a real person and that I'm not my picture, so I'm gonna go on camera just for a minute. But my toilet got plugged today and the plumbers were here all day long and they had to go all the way out to the road. It's been a whole day. And so I don't look great. I apologize, everyone, but I do not like people saying I'm not me. So, hey, everyone, I'm me. I'm on my phone, so you can't barely see me. Okay, there. It's me. Hi, I'm Tess. It's actually me. Okay.
I like the lights in the background.
Oh, thank you. I can't sleep without a nightlight. That's my nightlight. So it's me. Now everyone can know it's me. And now I can go off the camera. And sometime when my roots are not bad and I wasn't having a terrible day, I'll be on the whole time with you, okay?
Sounds good. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to...
No, that's fine. Now they can put it to rest. It's actually me. And wave waves. I have eyebrows and I'm actually a person. That's all. Okay. Done.
Oh my God. I feel like there's a screenshot missing. I can't find this one.
Are they like going crazy again?
I don't peek. I don't like to peek.
Okay. You just keep doing that. I'll tell it. Yeah. So our normal plumber, the hot plumber guy, if you've been here a long time, he is in Florida. So we had to call other plumbers, like emergency plumbers. And it was a whole big fiasco today, but they fixed it. So it's okay. Me and my little OCD self doesn't like sharing my bathroom. So I was like, we have to have them come today. It's an emergency, everyone.
1, 2, 3, 4.
They're not Christmas lights, Woofy. They're night lights.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, fuck. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, hold on.
I changed the colors throughout the year, Woofy. I haven't put the green up for St. Patrick's yet.
Welcome, everyone. You know what? You want to do me a favor, Tess? While I'm putting this together, would you want to read our missing child for
I
tonight's
so
night?
can read the missing child. Aww.
And we have an associated child, too.
Okay, today our missing child is Melina Hope Marie French Myers. She has been missing since February 6th, 2024 in Guyton, Georgia. She would be 8 years old now, and she is a female. Melina, Tristan, and Christian were last seen on February 6th, 2024. They may be in the company of their mother, Kaylooney French, and another juvenile female. I'm trying to scroll down. I just tried to scroll down. There is her associated child. I assume her brother. Oh, what a cutie. Tristan Charles Isaiah French Myers. He has also been missing since February 6th, 2024. Also from Guyton, Georgia. And he is now 6 years old. And he's a little fella, a little male. And the third little buddy, Christian Keith Ray French Myers, and he's also been missing since February 6th, 2024, also from Guyton, Georgia, and this little buddy is 6 as well, and he is also male. And that would, the companion, Kaylani Ray French, she is now 34 years old, and she is female, and they believe that she is with her. If you have any information, you can call the Berry County Sheriff's Office in Michigan, 1-269-948-4801.
Okay.
That is our child tonight.
Okay. Damn, this is so hard. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm almost there, guys. Like, this is like a freaking puzzle, and you'll understand once I'm done and I show it to you. You'll be like, oh, okay. Like, that was harder.
Yes, I was going to tell you that. I got a message from Hippie Chick, Melissa, and your gruesing was on 2020 on Friday night.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he's on. He is on towards the end of the episode. I forgot to tell you that yesterday. So exciting. Thank you, Lisa Marie. I was supposed to tell her that, and I forgot. Sorry, Hippie Chick. It's been a week, I tell ya. Who knew shingles lasted forever? My mother is still very not well from her shingles. It's literally taking forever for them to go away. And I'm not trying to be crabby or impatient, but I'm just saying. Just making a statement.
Oh,
no worries, Natasha.
I hope she gets better soon.
Thank you. You know, it not that pain is good, but the pain would be fine. It's the ones that are in her ears that are making her dizzy. That's like really frustrating and hard to deal with because she like is so dizzy. So I'm just hoping that those go away soon, and then it'll be easier. You know, pain sucks, but at least it's not dizzy and pain. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And sorry, I'm not trying to be inconsiderate. I'm just trying to do this real quick. And sorry, I just got this, guys. So I would have done it beforehand. But I had just opened it and saw it. And I definitely
no worries.
Use it.
Yeah, you got it in like there's 3 places they say that are the worst: the eyes, the mouth, and the ears. And she got it in her mouth and her ears. Like, of course she did. Of course. My grandmother told my father when he married her that my mom always gets everything the worst and for longer than everyone else. And that has rung true in my life as an adult, helping her when she's been sick as well. But that's okay. Yeah, everyone get the vaccine. They give you antiviral medicine, Tara, but if you don't take it within the first 72 hours, I guess it doesn't work as good. And she's on nerve medicine, pain medicine, viral medicine, antibiotic cream, like just a bunch of dizzy medicine, all the things. All the things.
Dude, this is really, sorry, it's annoying me because it's so out of order.
It's okay. I'll just keep talking about nothing.
No, it's I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to figure out with you guys because I can't. I'm not gonna make you guys just keep waiting.
I didn't even notice the bubbles.
Yeah, the bubbles.
They're cool.
Thank
you, everyone. Thank you very much. Very, very kind.
Thank you all so much for being here.
Yeah.
Wolfie, yeah, if you want to put this together, I have the first four. So here, I'll send it to you. If you want to put this together, that'd be great because I know being distracted is not helping.
I'm not sure, Tara. I think it's for people when you get like a certain age and older, they offer the vaccine. I'm not sure, though. Maybe anyone can get it, and I just don't know anything.
Okay. No, here's the first 5, Wolfie, and then here's the last 5. If you wanna put those together. Thank you. All right. So thank you for doing our missing children. A couple of things I wanted to talk about. So I was sent this also, and this is here. Okay. So this was Courtnie posted this apparently to Tickety Talks.
Like recently?
Yeah, well, and even the dates. Let me see. Can you see when it was supposed to? I guess not. But it says Wade Wilson emails with Courtnie, and Courtnie had posted this, and the date, it had the dates. Hold on. Okay, September 18th. So this was Courtnie to Wade, and it says that it's about Wade Wilson emails with Courtnie. Courtnie decided to publish her conversation with Wade, highlighting her point of view about Jesse's lies. What do you think about it? Thanks to Courtnie for sharing. So there's a subject line to Wade Wilson from Courtnie with a fuck off emoji, like a subject line.
Wow.
Thanks, Katrina. Hey, Taco Lucy. I'm so sorry I didn't get to say hello to all of you guys. It was really bothering me. I want to get that. Hopefully Wolfie could figure that out. So Courtnie to Wade says, hi, Queen G. F Jesse and F your team. The women I've been working and going live with have done more research and spent more time than anyone on your team. You think me losing contact with you is going to affect me? Before I got in contact with you, it was damn near 4 to 5 years. And after we lost contact again, it's been 30 days. You didn't contact me until you needed something. And now that I won't bend to your will like your little girlfriend, you're getting mad? Cut me the F off, Wade. I don't give an F. You want me to turn against you and make you lose supporters because I have screenshots. Oh, and let's not forget that you redacted. Yup, I got screenshots of that ish too. Want me to air out your laundry? Oh, man. You want me to air out your laundry? Try me, Wade. F Jesse. I don't give an F about that B. She can eat my shit. And she can eat yours too. Don't F with me, Wade, because The day will come where you and your girlfriend deserve each other because you're both pieces of ish, and chew on that. Oh,
Wow.
coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
Eat my shit takes on a whole new meaning with these people.
It really does, because they
right?
act shit.
Callie, this is Courtnie posted this, and it's Courtnie's messages with Wade. So she messaged that to Wade. Again, I don't know the full context of what led to them having an issue, because I didn't follow all of the Courtney stuff. Yeah, don't threaten him with a good time is right. Yeah. This is September 18th. Okay. So then, and you can see the subject line up here, September 18th. To Wade Wilson, excuse me? Oh, sorry. This is a continuation. So it ends with, you're both pieces of shit, and chew on that. And you're innocent? Now that your girlfriend's been exposed, you want to protect her? She did this to herself. I didn't. Wade, I don't think you understand that the team I built, the ones Jesse didn't want, have spent the majority of their time working on your case for you. We have taken hit after hit. We've been posted on Reddit, made fun of, ridiculed, and belittled, all because we chose to support you. Jesse was not subjected to this until it was discovered that she lied. So I don't want to hear poor Jesse at all. Those 20 plus women in the Spanish group chat I'm in say they believe you, but they don't trust Jesse. They only trust me. I don't know how much damage control you think I can do. They want to hear from Jesse and the truth, not from me. So if you don't want to talk to me because I didn't fix ish for your girlfriend, then so be it at this point. I don't care. I've been so effing stressed because I was defending you after all your sexual nasty calls came out. And I don't need the stress, but my voice is louder than Jesse's. Louder than... I don't know. I guess she only dropped some out of context. So then to Courtney from Wade. Court, I'm going to send you my personal message next for you to post, okay? What I need from you is to do a live and that apologize to Jesse and to my team. You have to. This is for me. What we talked about last night, a lot of negative came towards things said against my team. You make things solid here and I return the support. If not, I won't support you. Smooth this over. So this must have been first, and that was her response after.
Okay.
Yeah, I had just emailed you back, Andrea. So you have to forward me the email or the link so I could gift it out. I know, Natasha. Listen, it is what it is, right?
Oh, Natasha. That was funny.
Hey, Travis. So then this one, Wade to Courtney. Be sure to let people know that I can email past 11 p.m. Here in prison, the tablet is on 24/7. People making ish up like Jesse can get on my messages or something, laugh my ass off. Not true. Where the F does that happen at? It can't. I also purchased the TV. I can watch it 24/7 also. And Court, you be sure for me to do everything to repair with Jesse and that she's all right. Don't say a thing badly at all. I won't be happy if you do. This isn't fixed. Wait. I won't be happy with you if this isn't fixed today and people view in a good light. Thanks, Core. This is your own fault, ladies.
I mean, really, it is.
To be going around doing damage control like this and to be listening to this man's every word, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I needed a stick of the chap.
Yeah, I have today too, a lot.
It's a dry day.
It's very dry. I have the lip of the bomb, though. Or the bomb of the lip.
Oh, thank you, Donna. It's very kind of you. Okay, and then there's one more. Okay. Nope, not that. This. Wade to Courtnie. And again, they're out of, you dropped 5 screenshots, but they're out of context and not the full messages.
Wonder why.
So it says, messing around with Tommy, lives with bio dad, likes bro, it's too much for real. And then, yeah, you got supporters on me like that, but with some good moves you make, mixed in with the off bad moves you also make. Like, I'm tired of it being all of that, Courtnie. I know now I got this status, whatever, but I'm letting you know now, if you don't change and be like straight up good and make everyone, my team, Jesse, and all the people checking you out about me feel good and can rely on you one way, not both good and bad, with good and bad company, and sometimes doing weird things. Like, I'm not good for that. And I'm at the end of my rope with this ish. Okay, it's not, I know I read it bad, but it's written poorly. Because she's in control of everything, Turtle Dove. Hi, Debly. So I don't know when exactly she posted this. It is English, Stephanie. Oh, wait, no, Stephanie, I got your, hold on. Andrea, let me check if I got yours, because I think I said I emailed you back, but I emailed Stephanie back. Ooh, okay, hold on. Yes, Andrea, I got yours. Stephanie, I said I needed. So we have both, thank you, Stephanie. We have both Stephanie and Andrea who bought memberships to gift out. So we will gift those out on this live. Andrea, I'm sorry, I didn't email you back, but if you can forward me the link.
What a kind community.
So kind. So kind. Thank you guys so much. No, Andrea, you can resend it. Please do. If it has the link, because, you know, it gives you that gift link usually in an email, you could just forward it to me. I got yours, Stephanie. I did. Thank you so much. And if there is anyone specific you guys want to have it, you just name the person in the chat and I'll tell them to email me and I'll forward it to you, like to that person. If you want me to randomly gift it out, I'll randomly gift it out. Yay, B-Mats. Okay. I don't know what the point of posting this is. Why you can't, this is how I feel about it. Hi, Chloe Jade. You can't, thank you, Andrea. Hi, BB Bentley. You can't bounce back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Wade's bad, Wade's good. Wade's bad, Wade's good. I'm against him, I'm for him. I'm against him, I'm for him.
But that's what's happened the entire time.
You've lost your credibility a long time ago, ma'am.
Right.
Okay, Stephanie, that's very kind. Thank you. Just give random? Okay. Well, you guys, so we have 2 Patreons to gift out, Andrea and Stephanie. So please, the winners, make sure you thank them. We will give them out like midway through. Hi, Michelle. So thank you all. I know it's been so long, Chloe Jade.
Hey, Chloe Jade.
Sin, you are so kind. Thank you. Welcome. We have 5 new members. Please make sure you thank Sin if you've got a membership. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Welcome. Okay, so let me check if Wolfie managed. She must still be working on it. She must. I told her it wasn't as easy. 10 minutes. We'll figure it out together. It's fine. Thank you, Jess, for the super sticker.
Yay.
So there was a really long post. Well, then don't offer, Wolfie. Hi, Bogart. Did it? Oh, no. I don't know. With Courtnie, I just think it's... At this point, you have to ask yourself, what are you looking to do?
Right.
Are you here to advocate for Wade? Are you here to talk shit on Wade? I guess that's where I keep getting hung up on. I don't know what you're here for. And that doesn't mean you can't be here versus like, I know what I'm here for, right? I'm here because I love talking true crime, conspiracy, psychology. That's what I'm here for. From what I'm observing, it seems like you're here one day to advocate for Wade, one day to talk shit on Wade. As far as I know, like you and a few people kind of spend live after live after live, just it's your content. And I don't understand which direction are you going in. And welcome, Chloe J. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Right. You know, if they had known each other like when they were kids, and you know how like everyone, maybe not everyone, but most people have like that person that's like that special person from when you were younger, you know, like the first person you loved, or like, you know what I'm saying, like that special person that has a place in your heart. But they weren't younger, and it wasn't a very long relationship, so it's hard for me to connect that special love, you know what I mean? But I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And thank you, Allie. Hi. You guys, we're going to be doing a trial recap of Casey Anthony with Allie, and I'm really excited for it. She does seem, and you know what? Now that you said that, Alana, I want to also say for all of you people, and this is not, I'm not meaning to generalize my community. I love you guys so much, but there's a few of you guys who like to stir shit. Yeah. And I get informed about it. And there was someone in particular last night who jumped over to YouTube Streets and made it seem like I was talking shit when I damn well, listen.
Are you serious?
I didn't say shit about YouTube Streets last night at all. But when you do that, what you're intentionally doing is hoping that the creator didn't watch for themselves and just run with that, right? And I don't appreciate that, because I didn't say one bad thing about YouTube Streets. And so people like that, stop trying to stir shit for no fucking reason. And thank you, Stephanie. It's very kind. Welcome. We have 10 new members. Thank you so much. Wow.
Well, that's why I was stupid and got on, because that was what I got told today, that people are like, your pictures are fake. It's not really you. I'm like, bullshit if it's not me. Why the fuck would I fake looking old, you know?
Yeah.
Seriously. Who's going to fake being 44?
Yeah. No, it is rude. And thank you so much, Steph. That's you did, Stephanie, and it was very kind. Thank you so much. Seriously, that's very generous. Yeah, Carolyn Cooper, don't be the stir of shit, because I get the screenshots and it's like, like I participated in the shit talk, and Melissa Jade's. I'm sorry. Did I shit talk? Show me where that happened. And let me be clear. Also, 2 lives ago, me as a creator, I'm going to do everything and be very specific when I tell you I cannot verify something or not. So also, just to point out, me saying, hey, I'm not going to run with this and I can't verify is also not shit talking. And that didn't even happen yesterday. So that's not what I'm talking about. But even something like, hey, I understand this channel, and it could be any channel. They put this out, right? And it could be true. It could not be true. But if I can't verify it myself, I'm going to be honest with you guys, because that's how I roll. And I will not go with something or say something actually happened if I don't know it to be true. That's also not shit talking. So I saw the person who did it last night. I see you. It was like the first time I saw you in my chat last night. Stop trying to cause issues when there are no issues. Go where you want, but stop trying to stir shit between creators.
Agreed.
Thank you, C. Carter. And I've said that so many times to you guys. Hey, if I ever put something out, right, and I say, hey, I spoke to so-and-so and this is the buzz on the street, don't just take my word for it. Yes, you look at that creator's past and you could say, hey, what's their credibility like? How many times have they done this before and it's been accurate? Okay, yeah, so you could take it into account, but don't just run with anything any creator says to you. Make sure you do your due diligence.
Research things yourself, As a viewer, that's what I do. When someone says something, I fact check. You just, do your own research. Check it out. Verify.
Well, thank you, Amy. And thank you, Justin. Fuck going on? Not much. What's going on with you? Maybe someone thought I was talking ish when I asked if it was an audio clip or an actual person saying, yee, YouTube sheets. Was it genuine? I don't even know. Was that in the video I played yesterday?
I think it was like the raps in between the, like the,
Yeah.
like raps or whatever. I think that's what she's talking about, maybe.
Oh. Yeah, just fact check, but I feel like there are people intentionally trying to stir shit.
Well,
Listen, I should be able to say, hey, I can't confirm this. Let's not run with it. And I could also say, I don't agree with something without it being, listen, if I talk shit, I feel like you guys know me by now. If I'm talking shit, you'll know I'm talking shit. Okay. Just sharing my opinions and saying, hey, that's not enough for me to say, hey, oh, you've spoken to Jesse, or that is Jesse, or that she's trying to get POA removed. That's okay, because that's just what take away who put it out and look at just the information. It would be wrong for me to say, yeah, no, let's run with that. I'm not going to run with that, period. And guess what? YouTube Streets knows that about me. So there's no issue. So stop trying to create an issue. Hi, Jessica.
We were more so saying that Jesse doesn't tell the truth.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about them.
Exactly. Thank you, Hazel Eyes, for half a year. So good to see you. Will Screech. And we love it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So I'm going to try. We're going to do Melissa's best at putting this together. Let's see. Maybe you guys could help me. And thank you, Hey Girl, hi for 2 months. Careful, the poop talk with excite Wade Wise. That's true. If it'll begin with respectfully, hell not. Exactly. Hi, Linda. Hi, K-Love.
Or she'll take away the respectfully, Natasha. That's when you know it's a big deal.
Yeah, if I'm talking ish, it won't have respectfully at the beginning or end. It'll just say what it needs to say. When I say respectfully, I'm trying to get my thought across. Well, no hate, just this is how it is. Okay, so I got the first 5 screenshots together. You guys could help me figure out the second half, because I want to or we'll get through the first 5 and be like, it isn't worth it. But this was posted on the Wade Stephen Wilson official page, so it's fucking official when it's posted on the official page. So anonymous member, and this was posted 12 minutes prior to the screenshot. Shout out to the people who sent me all this stuff. I appreciate you. And it says, moderator, please approve this post. Do not ask administrators for consent. Everyone should know and see this message. All right, shit. So I'm intrigued. It's starting out strong. Okay. I'm here for it. What you got to tell us, girl? I am a native German speaker and I use translator. So sorry for the mistakes. This makes sense why I couldn't piece it together now. So eliminate one of them, Wolfie. This makes sense, though, why I'm having a hard time stitching them together. So there we go. I am so sorry that a group with 3,000 members was blocked, but I hope you do not delete this post. And in the future, everyone will see this message. Okay. I am a close person of Svetlana, and I know Leah a little. This is not about Wade, and do not try to comment. Do not try to write in the comments that you do not need drama and you only came to help Wade. Do not write such things. Because besides Wade, there are 2 more living people here. 2 young girls who are not yet 30. Girls who are fighting for his life, not for anything, as they show it to you, but just like that. Considering him a brother and a friend and having no feelings for him. Okay. Considering him a brother and a friend and having no feelings for him. Girls who have not had a single dirty call with him, girls who have not had a single dirty message with him. I know that most likely after this post, Svetlana will block me because I went against her word and made this post. But I would rather lose her than she loses you from slander, anger, and dirt. Okay. Let me adjust myself. Okay. After the last attack, I felt ashamed for my people. The first time I felt ashamed for my German women. Okay, sorry, hold on. I think we may have got it in order.
Ooh, good job, Wolfie. Good job, Melissa. Did she disappear for everyone or just me? Good job, Wolfie. Have you hit that like while we're waiting for Melissa to talk again? Go hit that like. FOS I did at the beginning. I was on camera at the beginning. For like a whole 2 minutes.
Thank you, Wolfie. Sent. Thank you. But only 8 out of 10. I see what you did. You sent the super chat first, making me believe you sent it all. But you didn't. You said, oh yeah, I sent them, but only 8 out of 10. So really, you only sent half that super chat by your own math. No, I'm kidding. Hi, Simi. Thank you. All right, so I felt ashamed for my German women, a group of people who have always been spreading false information, provocation, dirt. Are we people that stupid? Tell me. That sentence makes me giggle. Are we people that stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to say yes at that one.
We are people that stupid. Thank you, Carolyn Cooper. So pretty. Welcome to our new members. Please make sure you thank Carolyn Cooper if you got a membership. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Wanted to mention the prayer request. Oh, do you need a prayer request, hon? Hold on. Jessica asks. Absolutely, power of prayer, if that's what you believe in, or sending out positive vibes into the universe. But I'm so sorry that I missed what you may have asked for.
Trying to find it too.
I believe in the power of prayer. If y'all could pray for my sister's brother-in-law, he tempted. Oh my goodness. And absolutely, Jessica. Prayers.
I'll be.
Please keep me in the loop. Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's terrifying. And I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Simi. That's very kind and generous. Welcome, all of our new members. Seriously, the best community out there. I know I'm biased, but thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to everybody. Simi, that's very kind. Yeah, and happy birthday, Andrea. That's horrible. Yeah, they are. Okay, so it says, are we people that stupid? Tell me. Are we that stupid that we can't see who started all this? In TikTok, you can clearly see the dates of who published what, when, who started the attack, and who is defending himself. Or do we have no memory of it all? Have you forgotten how these people attacked the team by saying that all updates are fake and Wade has no connection? They were shown messages from an officer. What? Where she confirms that Wade had contact until October 3rd. They show letters from Wade. They brazenly ignore this and accuse the official TikTok and Instagram of lying. Have we forgotten all their lies and dirt? Who are they? Who do they think they are? Why doesn't one supporter fight with another? I have never seen it. Only them. And those people who listen to their nonsense, are you even in your minds? You seem to be blind. You don't see anything. You are zombified by devils. And you don't even want to see the obvious truth. The truth is where the side that attacks and where the side that defends. Okay. I sent you what was sent to me, Wolfie. Thank you, Mama Bear, and thank you, Jessica, for 4 months. Thanks for the best 4 months ever. Thank you. So, I was in a chat with the official team. I will not send you screenshots now to prove anything. We have signed non-disclosure contracts with Wade. You mean with Jesse?
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Wolfie. Okay. So just discard the duplicates. Right. Only the Wade wives argue with each other. I need to get a proper setup. Okay. So I will not send you screenshots now to prove anything. We have signed non-disclosure contracts with Wade, so I will not do this. These girls have always worked. As soon as Molly and Tiffany ask or say something, Svetlana is immediately there. And don't forget, Svetlana, hi, and Clumpy, Svetlana and Leah are the Facebook official team. So as soon as Molly and Tiffany ask or say something, Svetlana is immediately there. What kind of help is Svetlana nearby? Valerie asked for help. Svetlana is always there. She always helped with all her soul and heart. For the sake of Wade. For the last 3 months, I have been writing to her. What are you doing? She is busy, does not answer for hours. She has been watching these damn courts 5 times already to find something else. She wrote everywhere, could. She contacted everyone, could. I am silent about the financial assistance that she provides and quietly remains silent. Quietly remains silent. Okay. Quietly remains silent and does not talk about it. How many times on a video call I saw her tired face because she spent 8 hours at the laptop writing down every detail for the document so as not to forget and send everything to help Ufferman.
Oh my
These they think that they are going to get Wade another child.
Maybe they need to look at the laws of America first. I don't know. So just a tip. It's not how it works, ladies.
This is a long one, man. Knowing that he will find it himself and find out, she still wastes her time and does it. And at the end, she puts 3 names in the signature. Hers, Leah, and Victoria. I was outraged and I spoke out. Then why Victoria doesn't help? You're tired. Let her help. This naive girl replies. Leave her. She has a small child. How can I bother her at night? Let her sleep and rest. And puts Victoria's name in the document because she was her close person. And then what did I find out yesterday? Victoria left them. I was wondering why they said it in a recent post test, why it was just Svetlana and Leah and not Victoria anymore.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. So Victoria is out. Victoria left them and went away. Moreover, for a long time, she hid the fact that she had long been close to those who were drowning her close people. And then damn freaks appear who say, and them damn freaks appear who say that the materials were stolen. The documents were stolen. It's all a lie. They have no contract with Wade. They believe they're in contracts with Wade.
Can I ask one quick question? How does a gentleman on death row enforce an NDA?
That's because, again, Wade does not have contracts. Jesse has contracts.
Okay.
Thank you, Stephanie. I like to remain silent very loudly, especially when I'm being zombified by devils. Same, girl.
Obviously.
Same. And thank you so much. Same.
You know, dead row.
Yes, Lori. Okay. We're going to keep going. Lies. They have no contact with Wade. Of course, they don't have such contact with Wade that these devils are talking about, because they don't pursue the goal of sending Wade 10 passionate messages. They write only about case, only about social pages, and not a single dirty message. I know everything. I saw everything. And I know what they want to accuse Svetlana of. They want to accuse her of doubting Wade, of considering him an idiot. That she is a traitor and a liar. I will not give any bitch the opportunity to say this first. You will hear it from me. I know that she shared everything with that bastard. Be careful. Oh, we had just read, I think yesterday, it was from that Be Careful account. So
yeah.
Victoria is being accused of leaking things to the other side.
Okay.
What she shared with him, she shared with me too. Yes, she was shocked several times by Wade. And don't lie that you are not shocked by what we see and hear. When Melissa Jade...
Whoa!
Hello!
Woo! Melissa Jade entered the chat.
I entered. When Melissa Jade published a photo where Wade hung a photo of Diane's... Oh, I don't want to read that. It was
not even real. But
it was not. So let me just pause, wait, not. I took it down because there was chatter and I'd rather be safe than sorry, but it was not. Okay? She felt bad. She really felt bad. And this is normal reaction. And what she said to me, quote, I need time to come to my senses. I don't understand his actions. This is the reaction of a normal person. She just one who is not obsessed with him and looks at everything realistically. They think to turn it into that she is a traitor and does not believe in Wade. Complete idiots. Thank you, Wolfie number 4. Are you a parking ticket? Because you have 5. Stop it. Complete idiots. Then the situation with Pablo's letter from Molly and Tiffany. I know for sure that Molly warned Svetlana and Leah that they should find out something bad. And maybe you will change your mind about Wade. And yes, Svetlana then said that I should watch. Oh my goodness. And understand what is happening in order to move on. Firstly, because people will come with questions to her as a member of the official team. Secondly, she heard a warning from Molly that she will not like it. And she was scared. I remember that evening. She wrote to me, I hope they will not show us a video where you can see how he does it. Only something like this can change my mind about his innocence. What? Only a video where Wade will show you how he does it? Will you believe he's not innocent?
Wow.
Okay. Only something like this can change my mind about his innocence. Some kind of precise evidence. I hope it will not be this. I will not be able to continue with such precise evidence. All that I can do is fight against the death penalty. Okay. Now I have a question for you. Here is your leader writing to you, the leader of your team, official. This is still a status after all, and warns you that you will find out and see something bad and suggests putting all your actions on hold at that moment, if I remember correctly, Be careful. And Svetlana were busy with a letter to some journalists to see this, draw conclusions, and then continue. Why won't you be scared by such words? Won't you want to watch this broadcast? Or okay, tell me, who didn't watch this broadcast, Pablo? Huh? Who? Everyone watched. I kind of lost her a little bit ago.
I think you might be lost too. I don't know.
The broadcast had barely ended. She wrote to me right away, and I'm sure she wrote to this bastard, be careful, that everything was okay. Nothing changed my opinion. I was scared of Molly's words in vain. She didn't understand why Molly so scared her. And this idiot up. Okay, hold on. That's where I need to get Wolfie's 1 second. Okay, this idiot be careful, wanted to blackmail her with this. Or the fact that she is angry at Wade because he laughed at the donor who gave him $20,000. Or at another woman who said that she has a small child, but she will give everything she has for a lawyer. Svetlana is wrong, huh? Is it normal that Wade laughed at this? Of course she is angry at him like this. Or the fact that she considers Wade's parents to be some extent guilty for missing the moment when it was necessary to really take care of his mental health. And having expressed this to the idiot, she received huge insults and humiliation in response. She has the right to her opinion, first of all. Secondly, she is right, and I think so many, and many think so, that the moment when he was already starting to have mental problems was missed. He wants to kick her with it now. But I told all the important points that I knew, and now, no matter what these animals try to throw at Svetlana, you will know everything. Svetlana never made an angel out of Wade. She is a very fair person who looks at everything clearly and fairly without exaggeration. And he himself said, quote, I am not a saint. Yes, he is not a saint, and she defends his innocence, but she gets upset by many of his actions and shares this with people who now want to use it against her, turning it into betrayal and lies. They will take things out of context, lie, Photoshop. They are Satan, and there are no other words. I want to say a special hello to Victoria, who threatened Svetlana yesterday that the nightmare has not yet begun. Relax, baby. The nightmare is already over. Now everyone knows everything. Where would your place be in Wade's world if not Svetlana? Huh, Victoria? I also worked with Val, and I, guys, witnessed that Svetlana asked Val to take Victoria with her to Molly and Tiffany, but never, ever, ever talked about it. And your nightmare is just beginning because you will have to pay dearly for the betrayal of a person who gave you his whole soul. God is already looking at you. Don't worry. Okay, this is a lot, man.
Wow.
Let me just take a second.
So basically, Svetlana is seeing realistic things, and the other team members are mad at her for seeing realistic things.
No, it seems that Victoria is.
Okay. Victoria is mad
and
at
Victoria
Svetlana
went on the other side. I don't know, dude. This person's sticking up for Svetlana. I don't know. I'm lost.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jamie.
From what I'm getting, that's the gist of, like, Svetlana was like, yeah, that's shitty of Wade to do that. That's shitty of Wade. That's bad. And they didn't like that she said that. Or Victoria didn't like that. Right? Basically, so far.
Mm-hmm. This is from an anonymous member who clearly has a little inside knowledge between the dynamics between the three of them, and there's been a falling out between Team Wade official Facebook. Victoria is on now the other side. I know, right? Stretching my lobes, man. Releasing information. So Svetlana and Leah are the only Team Wade. Victoria is out on the opposition on TikTok. I don't fucking know. Let me just bust this out. And the last thing, be careful. You are an effing idiot. You are not a man. You are a weakling who hides behind the name of Wade and behind a photo of Wade. You all do. I have shown that before. You guys all have your profile photos Wade Wilson.
That is
yes,
true.
Mom of Tuxedos. Your strength is only enough to insult a girl younger than you, who shared everything with you, let you into her soul. Do you know how many times mother fake we all told her to leave you and sent to fuck? What?
That was very confusing to me.
Did that get lost in translation?
It must have.
Do you know how many times mother fake we all told her to leave you and sent to fuck?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense in English.
Okay. She shut everyone's mouths and said that you are a loyal supporter of Wade and that you are good, that she will not do bad to you. Defended you in front of Molly and Tiffany when they put your damn page in stories and disgraced you. Would you be so brave with a man, huh? No. Your strength is only enough to attack a young girl. Your strength is only enough to betray her and leak all your correspondence. You are a loser. You are not a man. What is with this female hate, man? Should I tell her about your feelings, huh? Tell her how you fell in love with her?
Whoa.
And now with the bangs of German, now with the hands of German woman, you are drowning her. You are the most terrible creature I've seen in my life. I don't know about you guys, but I will protect these girls from all the dirt that this want to put them in. You should read everything carefully, especially the part about what they want to accuse Svetlana of, and that there is an adequate and reasonable explanation for everything and not the way they show it. I love you, Svetik. I love you, Leah. Svet, forgive me for telling everything, but I had to. Now they know everything. Now this people can't hurt you. They are finished. People not worth a single tear of yours. You are an angel whom God sent to protect him. I am with you. I will always be with you. Ma'am, I feel like I know less since I've read that.
Yeah, I'm dumber. I'm definitely dumber.
That was supposed to be directed to Victoria, who was part of Team Wade. It was Svetlana, Leah, Victoria. They are the ones who signed that document to Ufferman.
Right.
Now Victoria's on the other side
with the
leaking information with the Germans. And that was directed to Victoria defending Svetlana.
Okay.
You know, like that part in Billy Madison where it's like, we are all now dumber.
Yes.
My IQ.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what's going on in Facebook world. Okay.
Wow.
Right. Pour me another. Me too, Christine. I think we should just move on to the photos. Okay.
So there's trouble in paradise.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I was going to play my spawn keeps yelling at me for using her iPad. Like, sometimes I'll forget to like exit out of it. So when she opens it, she'll be like, "Why'd you use my iPad again?" Sorry. Okay. Oh, okay, hold on. So I was gonna play. Thank you, Jamie. That's what I was just reading, Robescal. We did our best to put it together. Thank you so much for sending it. It was so crazy. But thank you, Jamie. Congratulations. So please hit the thumbs up if you haven't already hit the thumbs up. It's been pretty chaotic, and I apologize. We have the 2 memberships, one from Stephanie, one from Andrea, to gift out. I figured we could start to listen to Papa Steve when he went up on these panels.
Okay.
Yay, Palmina, congrats. I know, KPFA.
I still think that interview with the 23-and-1 or whatever is a better interview, but you can choose what you want because it's your channel.
Oh, okay. Well, then
he tells more information in that one. It's not so much like other people talking over him and, like
23-and-1.
Yeah. Isn't that it, guys? Yeah, you'll find it that way.
Okay. Video.
It's interview with Steve. I promise. I got the most out of that one than any other interview he's done.
Let me type that in. Well, yeah, it's just Boyd on here. Okay. Here it is. Okay.
Speak about some things that weren't even brought up in the courtroom. So let's get into it. If you enjoyed this type of content, all things lockup and crime related, then this is absolutely where you need to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. All right, buddy. So what's your name and where are you from for the people that might not know?
My name is Steve. I'm
Can you hear it?
from Lakeland, Florida.
All right, let's start from the beginning, man. Take the ship.
Can you hear it?
I was young.
Tess?
Yes, I can. It sounds
my,
good.
my mom and dad had they divorced, so it was just me and her, and my sister was ripping and running, and you know, I knew Wade's mom, and you know, she got pregnant. I was 15, she was 14.
Such babies.
And you know, we tried. My mom,
Thanks, Travis.
she had lung cancer, and she was excited to be a grandma, and she died a month before he was born. So,
I mean, what'd you do after that? That's pretty much the only person that you're leaning on at the time, right?
yeah, I had an older cousin who just graduated college, and
That
she
underbite.
gave power of attorney to him before she died, and you know, she was pregnant with his name was Anthony. She was pregnant with him when my mom died, so I went through that, and you know, I stayed with her with Wade's mom a lot.
Agreed.
You know, and then she went into labor, went to the hospital, had him, and
Thank you,
brought him
Jamie.
home. Had him, you know, for a few months, and then I got in some trouble, and I ended up doing 8 months in a juvenile program. And, you know, I know it was hard on her being so young and alone, you know, basically with a baby. So,
And who was she staying with at the time?
She was staying with her grandfather in Tampa. Yeah.
Tampa. Okay. All right. At least she had someone to lean on a bit, you know?
Yeah. She had a good family. Her parents and grandparents.
Yeah, he is under our fort, but it seems like he's learned to do that to avoid the photos.
Mm-hmm.
Parents, they were good people.
Okay. So you get your 8 months. She keeps the baby around. At what point does the whole adoption process come through? That came into play pretty soon after, or what?
Yeah, I was about to get out in 2 months, and I got a legal document saying that she was putting him up for adoption.
Thank you, messing up Coco. But what about exculpatory evidence? Chat MJ. Are you asking me what about, and thank you so much for the support, but are you asking us about what about exculpatory evidence regarding Wade Wilson's case, just for clarification? Is that what you're asking? And if that's what you're asking, I have no problem having that conversation. If you want to share what you believe is exculpatory evidence, we could have that conversation. No, this is from 23 and 1 lockdown. I will drop the link for this. 23 and 1 lockdown. Lockdown 23 and 1. Yeah.
And, you know, I was a kid. I didn't really have nobody to have my back, you know, so it was what it was. I couldn't fight that. I wanted to at that time, but, you know, I couldn't do anything about it.
I mean, at that age, it might have been for the best anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know me at 15.
Oh, Nancy, I'll check.
Listen,
I'm so sorry.
As I've matured, I understand that was 100% the right decision to do. So, you know, I'm not upset about it. So,
yeah. And I'm sure a lot of people agree, you know, including myself. All right. So, and that's pretty much the end of that. He just kind of vanished off into the adoption process. And, I mean, now after the fact, later on down the road, you know, if he lived in a somewhat decent foster care.
Yeah, the people that adopted him, his mother,
Harlot,
her parents knew these people from their church. So
yeah, I think I remember reading about that.
Yeah, and they were, you know, they were looking to have a baby boy. So it just worked out where they adopted him, you know, and gave him a good life. They're good people.
Did you know about any of that?
I didn't know specifically who it was or anything. I just knew they were from the church that her parents went to. And, you know, I know at one point they moved to Tallahassee. I heard that over the years, but that was it. I never had any contact or anything.
Okay. And some point y'all end up linking back up.
Yeah.
How did that go down?
Just random. When he was 18, I think he had reached out to his mother, and I hadn't seen her or talked to her since he was given up for adoption.
Really?
And yeah. So.
Sorry, and I'll just say one of the things that really pisses me off about Jessie is how she talks poorly on Papa Steve. Now listen, it's really easy to sit here from an outside and judge. And we judge a lot easier the perpetrator's family. But just imagine,
they're babies.
Even if you don't like everything he did, my goodness, just for a second, take yourself out of it and imagine that was your circumstances. I highly doubt in the moment we would handle things absolutely perfectly to where when it was looked under a microscope in the future, you wouldn't have an issue with your own actions. You know what I mean?
Right.
But his dad was there. His dad, I think, did the admirable thing, which was holding his son accountable while still supporting him. Correct. I don't think you could ask for anything more. I don't expect. I think it's really easy to sit here and say you should completely cut your child off. There's nothing my child can do that I would ever cut them off. That doesn't mean you have to condone their actions.
And there's a lot of guilt in adoption, you know. I can say that I'm a birth mom, you know. You know it's the right thing because you're not ready to be a parent, but you always feel bad about it. So I can't imagine that normal guilt added on to then this, you know. I can't imagine, literally can't. It just would be very, very hard.
I imagine it felt like he had to give his son up twice.
Right. Letting him down twice, you know, doing not being able to be a father twice. And that is heartbreaking.
I'm sorry, I'm just adding the link. And for anybody watching on replay, I'll put Lockdown 23andOne's link in the description also. But that's the link to the interview. Yeah, Jane, I think he did everything you could ask for a parent in that situation. But the fact that Jessie, she should be advocating for his family. Because at the end of the day, when he's an old, wrinkly ball sack of a man, and he doesn't have the attention that he has now, the one person or the people that will be there for him is his family. And to hear even the most recent calls and how Jesse speaks about, well, I'm sorry, that may not have been the most recent call. It was in the call that we played yesterday. Talking shit about his dad, like, shame on you. Shame on you.
I got a message or something that he had reached out to her and was looking for me as well. So we got in touch like that.
Okay, so break it down. The first time meeting up with him, man.
Yeah, Palmina, sorry. Wade didn't have foster parents. Wade had adoptive parents that were hand selected by. No, adoptive parents are not foster parents, so they're not one and the same, hun.
You know, well, first off, are you tall?
No, absolutely
Well, he's pretty tall, right?
I don't know where he got that from.
Another one.
He didn't get it from us, I promise.
What?
Another one. This looks identical.
And that's not the same one, right?
No, we're all the way down.
Oh, yeah, we're in 2024.
No,
Weird.
what? Did they throw in a repeat?
How could they do that?
I don't know.
We have to put them side by side, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's like saying all cops are bad. All cops aren't bad. Some cops are bad. Some cops are good. All judges are crooked. No, there are some crooked judges. There are some very straight, morally driven judges. Some doctors are bad. Yeah. There was the nurse who on her deathbed admitted to switching out like 70-something babies. What? That doesn't mean, I don't like lumping everyone into one category. The same way I wouldn't say foster families are bad. No, or adoptive. That's not fair.
My daughter had a wonderful foster family before her parents adopted her. They were phenomenal humans.
I'm sorry, I'm just going back to look at the date of that. No, I guess this is the same photo. That's so weird. It is almost exactly the same, but I checked and his face is slightly different. Look at the other one on the community post. That's what I was just going to.
Weird.
Oh my God, it isn't the same.
How? That is so weird then. What?
Oh no. I only drink my Kool-Aid.
What is he doing that for more than once?
I don't know. It's strange.
What's wrong with you, Wade?
He might not be yours, man.
Luckily, I did get the DNA test, so I know that for sure.
I'm hate to say that, bro.
Oh my, he doesn't look good.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm like, where the hell did this dude get this height from? Everybody keeps saying he's 6'5". He's not 6'5".
Skips a generation or something. Oh, he's not 6'5"?
No, he's not 6. He's like 6'3".
6'3". 6'3".
Don't get me wrong.
He's 6'3", but okay. That's tall.
Yeah, he's tall. He's still taller than me, I promise.
Oh my goodness! All right, man. I'm trying not to laugh at this type of stuff right now. You know what I mean? But you meet up with him. I mean, how was it? Where'd y'all meet up at for the first time?
We talked on the phone.
Yeah, but how much did you talk to him before you ended up meeting up in person?
A lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
Hey, Amanda.
Huh?
He seemed normal?
No, absolutely not.
Oh no!
But you have to understand. By the time he came into my life, we were in opposite ends.
I
of
cry
everything,
all the time.
He was where I once was. He was in active addiction. He was, doing that thing, just
Ooh.
everywhere.
I mean, did he tell you this when did he tell you
Yeah.
straight up, hey, I'm addicted to this, that, and the third? Okay, he just straight up told you, huh?
Yeah, well, we talked.
Okay, sorry, I have to intervene.
Thank you.
Paulina, that type of stuff exists all around us. I'm not understanding here the direct correlation to Wade's situation to what you're saying. Adoptive parents and foster parents aren't the same thing. A foster parent can eventually turn into an adoptive parent, absolutely, but they're not the same thing. But trafficking and things like that, I'm not understanding the correlation you're making to Wade's situation. Yeah, it has nothing to do. Right, Natasha? But those things happen all around us. I'm not somebody who is naive, and I'm aware of that, but I'm just not understanding the correlation.
In context to the conversation tonight, it has nothing to do with it.
But you have all the evidence to prove what? Thank you, Jack. Okay. Some kids not in foster care also are. Kidnapped children are. That, I guess that's the part I'm not understanding here, is that you can say that about any child, right? There are children who are taken right off the street. There are kids that are sold. There are kids in adoption. There's kids in foster. There are kids everywhere that happens to. I'm just not understanding the correlation to Wade.
I think you're correct, Bree. Me too.
Okay.
I knew, I could tell. And, I told him about my past, and he told me where he was at that time.
Ooh.
And,
black eye.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Wade. Right? I could hear it already.
He's so sad. So hurt and so small and little and hurt.
Okay, why are you talking about that though right now, Palmina? Yeah, okay. Not all to anything that there's vulnerability is going to be more prone to fuckery happening. Anyone who isn't aware of that is blind, okay?
Correct.
What does that, Palmina, and respectfully, I don't want you to go into this conversation more unless you can directly correlate to the conversation we're having right now. What does this have to do with Wade? That type of stuff is happening everywhere, not just in foster care. Okay, I disagree. And unless, I can think Wade is part of furries. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything unless you have some evidence to bring forward. Right, and Wade wasn't just thrown into the system. You're listening to his dad explain that they handpicked the family
from church.
From church. Okay, no. Completely, Palomino, respectfully, no. No. You're making a big jump. And there is a lot of people, I'm sure in this chat alone, who has been through significant levels of abuse, horrific circumstances, that would not agree with that. So let's not, respectfully, please, let's not do that. Look for fucking excuses. We're not going to do that. No, but there's not. There's not. So I'm going to ask you to please refrain from going down this line of conversation again, because it's offensive. Not the fact that that type of stuff exists. That's absolutely a conversation that should always be had. But you correlating it to Wade and using it to excuse his actions, that's what we're not going to do. Especially when you have nothing to bring forward except words. And if you have evidence, shoot it over to me via email.
No, it really, I felt like I needed to make up lost time. So, anything.
Thank you for what you've done on
I
Reveals.
was sending him.
Thank you to anybody who has fostered or adopted or taken in and helped raise a child that may not biologically be yours. That's absolutely amazing. And shout out to you guys. And I can imagine it's highly offensive to hear that. That's why I'm asking not to. Also, that being subjected to something like that will make you homicidal. I think that's extremely offensive. There's a lot of victims of different levels of abuse, different life circumstances. If we get to excuse behavior like that, again, I use the Menendez brothers, right, and Gypsy as an example. Okay, you could be a victim and a perpetrator all at the same time. Your actions are still your actions, and you don't get to go around killing people and then say, well, I was a victim. Doesn't work like that. Sorry. We'd have a lot of fucking victims if everybody who was victimized could just take their revenge and take lives. But if you're going to say that Wade isn't seriously sick as he continues to fantasize and plan his future murders, that's not because of being raised in a beautiful, loving home. He got the cream of the crop when it came to families being picked out. No, it's not KV. Thank you for what you've done to me, Missy. I'm sure it is offensive. I'm sure it is. No, sorry. No, because you have nothing that shows that Wade hasn't even ever made that allegation. So who are you to make that allegation? Wade hasn't even come out and said, I was part of that as a child. So where the hell are you getting that from? The only thing I've heard regarding that is Wade talking about the organization that he was part of that set him up. Which, again, are we seriously still going to act like he was set up? But he didn't even come out with any allegations about a child. Come on.
No. And that was when he was an adult and he chose to be a part of it.
There's your thigh slaps.
Getting him hotel rooms, sending him Ubers, anything he needed,
Yeah.
And he was, in and out of jail. He ended up going to prison, and he did about a year.
No, Paul. No.
And that's where he lost his teeth at.
How'd that happen?
He just got dumped on. He doesn't do good with men.
Yeah.
I believe that. Wade doesn't do good with men. He's only good at taking advantage of the you know what? I wish there was the same type of energy for Diane and Christine.
Exactly.
Bust a caps lock
That
for Diane and Christine.
It's disrespectful to them.
Yeah. Sit here and make excuses all. There's a difference between trying to understand the mind of a murderer and what could lead to that and excusing it. Let's not excuse it. But Wade preys on vulnerable women. And when it comes to other men, he's a little beta bitch.
Word.
He's not built like that. You know, he's a coward when it comes to men.
Yeah.
That's the truth. You know, when he was in prison, he was checking in multiple times, owing people money, you know, just doing that stupid stuff. So
Amen.
his anger's always been towards women. It's he doesn't try men like that.
Well, was there any time where you felt like that you seen him get violent with women before any of this other stuff took place?
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, but what would end up happening is, you know, he would get with a girl and they'd hang out, rip and run for a while, and then something would happen, you know, and she'd end up calling me. You know, he choked me out, you know, he jumped on me last night. You know, I don't know what to do.
Are you hearing this? A long history of repeated behavior. This is his dad. This is the father of Wade Wilson. He is aware of what his son is. And he loves his son still, which I don't judge him for. I know, isn't she her and Natasha are the best.
They really are.
ATS is the best. Like they're all the best. Yeah, there's a pattern with Wade. To this day, there's a pattern with Wade. But you want me to believe he was set up and just so happens to also fantasize and admit to all of it? Okay. Yeah, no, they trashed Steve. Cosmo, the internet. Oh, you mean previous girlfriends? Palmina, I've asked you to stop.
His adoptive parents were phenomenal parents. He has siblings that are well-adjusted doctors and fantastic humans. It has nothing to do with that.
You don't know, respectfully, here I go again. You don't know anything about Wade's childhood. The same way, I don't know shit about yours, right? Come on.
He scares me, you know, all that. And when he would be high, that's when he gets so paranoid and he just loses it, you know. He becomes
his eyes.
You know how alcohol makes some people courageous. You know, when he would do meth, that's what would happen. But it was always with women.
Yeah, Cosmo,
you know?
I don't know.
He's never had a problem with women, you know, getting women. So that's who he would always take everything out on, is women.
Did he have any kind of relationship with his mom after the whole adoption thing?
You know, a couple times, you know, I think the adoption has
very weird,
hurt her
Cosmo.
worse than people think, you know. And the older she got, she just never could pull out of it, man. She's been in and out of prison.
You've been in his life way.
I say it a million times, you know, like, I don't like to boot people. I just ask them to stop. I don't like to silence people. That's why I just ask over and over. Unless, like, it really gets bad, then eventually we may time out, but I prefer not to remove people. Hi, for Shiggle. Hi, for Shiggles.
More than his mom.
I mean, yeah. She's battled her own issues. You know, she still is trying to get her stuff together. You know.
Stop making assumptions and stop stating things as fact and stop correlating foster care with adoption, with trafficking, and making assumptions and putting out there that Wade suffered from things that you don't fucking know. You have no idea. That's what I'm asking you. So you're more than welcome to stay, but please stop along that line. Thank you.
So there was a few times where, you know, he'd want money from me because he'd want to go down to Tampa or St. Pete and run the streets with her. You know, and I said, I'm not doing that.
I'm not with the mom?
with his biological mom.
Oh, okay. Okay, so she
You know,
was
and I
ripping and
told-
running with him a little bit.
Well, that's what they were trying to do, but I told him, I'm not sending you down here for that. You know, that's going to end you up in trouble. You know, I don't want that for you. And you don't, that's your mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's wild, man. All that put together, it could definitely do something to a young man's mind as a child and going up. You know, that's just how it is. You know, some people it doesn't affect. Some people it does, and also, like I said to you before, you know, some eggs. To me, some eggs
It
just
is
come
Carlin
out
Cooper.
bad. You know,
Yeah.
and there's nothing that you can do about it. You know, it's mental issues, man. You know what I mean? Something's wrong with the ticker.
One thing I've heard a lot of is people have said that when she was pregnant with Wade or Anthony, whatever back then, that she used drugs, and that's not true.
Okay.
She never used drugs with him. She didn't drink. She didn't smoke. She didn't do any of that. Now, as far as any mental illness, I don't know about that because, you know, we haven't seen each other or dealt with each other. So I know she's battled addiction, but she never used with him when she was pregnant.
Well, I mean, she was young. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
She was
She was
really
a kid,
young.
you know, like me.
Yeah, it was different time and age too. I mean, now, yeah, young people can be addicted, but
Papa Steve is talking to Lockdown 23-1. I just dropped the link.
the majority ain't getting into that super hard stuff till a little older. You know what I mean? But anyways, speaking of which, since you clarified about something, is there any other type of things that you might want to, you know, kind of clarify that you might have been hearing that might be some misconfusion?
One thing I've learned from this whole incident is, you know, I used to be the type that would like scroll through videos and, oh, that's so sweet, or
Hey, look
man,
what's in
that's
his
messed up.
mouth.
And I believed him. I believed the videos.
Oh, that's his teeth.
One thing I have learned.
No way. No way.
Oh, I thought that was food.
No.
Oh no. Oh no. That okay. No, that's
Nope. Not food.
you're fine, Bayou. Okay. That's his teeth. Never mind.
Playing with his teeth. Like you do.
I don't know. I don't know.
Joking. I was just trying to make it, you know.
Mackerel, maybe.
Yeah. Get the mackerel.
Man, I don't believe nothing because
Hey, April.
I see so many videos of whoever posting these videos like they have facts about something and they don't even know the half of it, you know? And it really pisses me off because I'll tell you one thing that pisses me off. They want to post everybody's records, you know? Anybody who was involved with this case, they want to post their records.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if you post my record.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me knows my past.
Yeah.
So it doesn't affect me at all. But, you know, I read these comments and videos that say, how can we believe these people? Look at their past. They've been arrested. They've been to jail. They've been drug addicts. But you can't have it both ways. Wade's a drug addict. Wade's been to prison. Wade has a past. So you're defending him because you believe he's innocent, and that's your choice. But you know you can't criticize or judge anybody else about their past when the person you're defending has the exact same past and a lot worse than most.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I just think it's so hypocritical. You know.
Yeah. A lot of things
That-
can be.
Yeah,
Sure.
and you know, I've even seen stuff, you know, about my wife because I had the phone on speakerphone. And, you know, my wife was subpoenaed to testify. She didn't want to testify. I didn't want to testify. But they chose not to use her. So, you know, people have questioned that, you know. Why did the wife what? Why didn't they? It's just ridiculous. You know, it's almost like people are trying to just find anything to justify how they feel about this case, you know?
They wanted someone else to blame other than Wade. Right?
Exactly.
You've already heard this question quite a bit. Let's start about around the time when he tells you about the first murder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How the hell did that go down, man? Did you even believe him at first?
No. He's never told me a story like that. Hey, I killed somebody. Usually it's a long, drawn out, my car's broke down, or his girlfriend's car's broke down. We need tires. We need this. So it was always those type of kind of junky move stories, and just needing help, But so when he called me, I was working. It was early afternoon, and it was a random number that I didn't recognize, but that was normal. He would call me from all different kinds of numbers. He couldn't keep a phone. So I answered the phone, and he said, hey, Dad, I need some help. Well, I automatically thought, he needs a hotel. He needs money, whatever. So it was a hot day. I was frustrated. I said, listen, call me around dinner time. I'll be done working. Just call me then. We'll figure it out. So he calls me, and he's in a panic. I could tell he's high, and I need help. I've done something I can't take back. There's 2 people that aren't with us anymore. And
Wow.
Did you know any of those girls?
Aaron, this interview,
Pretty early.
August 9th.
Yeah, early on.
Yeah.
Didn't know nothing about them, huh?
I live 2 hours away, so I'm not familiar with that area at all.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, oh God, here we go. I just thought he was on one. And we talked for a few minutes. I said, listen, I'm on my way home. I said, call me back tonight and we'll figure it out. I said, are you safe where you are? And he said, yeah, I'm good. I'm in the house. I'm good. I said, all right. So in the meantime,
and he's already told you about taking 2 people out.
Yeah, but it was general. That's all he said, and he didn't say, he just said, I've done something I can't take back. So
now look, I hate to stop you. I know you've told this story before.
It is, Cosmo, you're right.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't heard it. I even in the court trial, I just kind of, watched that little snippet that they had.
Mm-hmm.
But my next move probably would have been to tell my old lady.
That was part of it, because here's where I kind of get things twisted sometimes. I'm a changed person, I promise you.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of times I go back in that mode, okay? And I know when something's going on, a lot of times I just react, and I don't take a breath and think about it.
All right. It's derailing the chat at this point. So please just block one another. But don't continue it from here on out, okay? Because I don't want to derail it anymore. And I don't want to block people. So just respectfully drop it and move on, okay?
And that was part of it. I wanted to get home. I wanted to talk to my wife, because I knew there was a different vibe about this conversation with him. But I just wasn't ready for it yet.
Oof.
But I knew something was coming,
Thick there.
So I did. I went home, but before
I'm putting myself in your shoes, man. I'm putting myself in your shoes. Immediately, I would have been like, I'm going to the crib.
Yeah,
I already know what my old lady would say. Look, he killed someone. Record everything. That's the first thing she's gonna tell me to do. Record. She's got 4 different recordings, recording every.
Yeah. The good thing about my wife is I've known her longer than I've known, Wade's biological mom.
Wow.
So she knows everything about me.
Wow. That's a long time. Well,
yeah.
Before you move forward, look, you being locked up and you know that this kind of conversation's on its way. Are you feeling any kind of paranoia?
Oh, his eyebrows.
No, because one thing about me that I've learned over the years of doing the right thing, I just don't, if my hands are clean, I don't worry about it on that angle. I worry about it on an emotional level, because I don't know where we're about to go with things.
Yeah.
But, but in the meantime, as I'm driving home, I get a call, and it's a detective from the Cape Coral Police Department.
Before you even talk to him again?
Yeah. In between the second call and me getting home to talk to my wife, I get a call from a detective. And what he had done was called me from one of these girls' phones.
Oh, man.
So that's how they got my phone number. And in the process, I got a text message from somebody telling me that my son had jumped on his girlfriend and tried to kidnap her.
Wow.
So as I'm on the phone with the detective, I get a text message that tells me that. So I'm thinking, oh man. The detective asked me who I was. I said, I'm his biological father. And she said, do you know where he's at? And I said, no, I don't know where he's at.
Agreed, Andrea.
And she said, have you heard from him? I said, yeah, I've talked to him a couple times today. And she said, are you going to talk to him again? We need to talk to him. And I said, he said he'd call me later, And she said, listen, take this number down. If you hear from him, call us.
You understand?
I said, okay. Hung up the phone with her, went home, talked to my wife, told my wife about the text, told my wife about the detective, what Wade had said to me. And that's the only details I knew at that time. So, I was kind of left for a couple hours waiting to hear from him. And he finally called me. It was about 10 o'clock at night when he called me from the same number he called me from earlier.
And it's a girl's number.
No, not the first time. That was from the girl phone. The second time was from a different number.
Oh, okay.
And he told me he was in a house, he was safe. What he did was,
I agree, KPFI.
He took both of their phones. So he kept Christine's phone open and called me from that phone initially.
Wow.
And then a lot of stuff happened in between, and he ended up in a house. He broke into a house. He called me about 10 o'clock, and we talked, just small talk for a few, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, Dad, I need you to come get me. I'm in trouble. So I'm like, my first reaction, I said, are you safe? And he goes, I'm safe. I just got to get out of here. So I jump up. I'm going to get my shoes on, get ready, and I'm going to drive down there and get him. Well, as I'm thinking about it, I said to myself, you better find out what's going on before you just drive down there.
Start touching things.
End up in some stuff. I don't want to be involved with some
I'm like, hold on, bro. Hold on, son.
Yeah, turtle dove.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Let's talk about these two people you killed first, because I ain't coming over there and touching nothing of yours. As I would have said straight like that to him.
Yeah. Well, I said to him as I'm getting ready and getting all my shit together, I said, listen, you got to tell me what's going on. I said, you know my past. I said, I need to know what's going on. And he started from the top. He told me him and Mila went to the Buddha, hanging out, And
So weird.
me kind of a shorter version. He said they got into an argument.
And Mila's one of his girlfriends.
That was his girlfriend.
Main girlfriend at the time.
Oh, does he not even know? Okay. The damn underbite.
It's so odd.
It is. So, Lorena, when you see that wrist, it's kind of like when you're at the hospital. It's his inmate identification bracelet. So you'll see it always on his wrist. Yeah, he's evil to his core, Penelope, for sure.
Yeah, at the time, yeah. He said,
I don't know, Deb.
we got an argument, and I ended up leaving the bar with 2 girls. And I was like, okay. He left out the whole part about going to the dude's house and all that. He didn't tell me any of that. All he said was,
I don't know, Lord.
they went back to one of the girls' houses and hung out for a little while.
So again, not trying to pause it again, but that is the other tablet. Remember, we hear all the time in the calls. He has the messaging tablet and the calling tablet. So there is that other smart communications blue tablet he has. Well, Nicole, what methamphetamines will do is make any uppers will make your jaw grind. And so often you'll see a back and forth motion with the bottom jaw. But as far as prominently sticking out, because it's not like we see it sometimes to the left, sometimes out, sometimes it's always just like a bulldog out under. I don't know why that is. It's strange.
It's really strange.
He said her friend left and they had sex.
Oops, sorry. Congratulations, Lori H. You are the winner of Stephanie's Patreon gift. So please make sure you thank Stephanie for it. And you can email me and I will send it to you. And wow, thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer gifted memberships. Welcome all of our new members. You guys are the absolute best. Please make sure you thank Jennifer if you're lucky enough to get a membership. Yay. Maybe Lindsay. Maybe his jaw is just predominantly out at this point from it. Maybe Shite Show. Okay. And then Harlot will tell you guys, because we have another Patreon gift from Andrea. So this one for Shiggles. When's the next Patreon? Not tomorrow, so probably Thursday. We'll do Thursday. But Harlot will gift out. We have Andrea's also. Yeah, maybe dentures or partials. I'm not sure if he had a bottom. Does anyone know? I'm not sure. And yeah, please hit that thumbs up if you already haven't. I feel like I'm not sure what the rules are in jail and or prison with partials or dentures. I could imagine that they would allow you to keep them as long as they aren't anything that can be used to make a weapon with.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like they are his teeth. It's just his jaw itself. Yeah, I don't know, Sinatra.
And she fell asleep on the bed.
They're allowed? Okay,
and he said he stayed up for a little while, just kind of partying. And he said he just walked in there, got on top of her, and choked her to death.
Jesus. And thank you, Tara. Congratulations, whoever got Tara's. You guys are awesome. New member of this month. So fingers. Yeah, make sure you're opted in. We have a very generous community. And congratulations, whoever got Tara's. Meth does make you have an underbite. My son got one. Yeah, like I said, you have to remember your bottom jaw is the only part that moves. Your top part of your mandible does not move. And so when you're on those amphetamines, usually to the left, to the right, it's just strange because we don't ever see it in any other motion except to the forefront. Maybe, Gary? they'll give you a partial. Wade, and I've said this before, he isn't super interesting in the mind of and I don't want that to come off insensitive, versus I think Wade was born sick.
I agree.
And I think it's something he's wanted to do for a long time, and he's gotten very close until eventually he just did it. And thank you, name change. Congratulations, whoever got name changed membership. Welcome, guys. Because he can't deal with being he needs people around him all the time.
Definitely.
Congrats, Sirius Black. Congrats, Sarah. Yeah, he was born sick, and the drugs are a factor.
Right.
No, I don't think he was. There was, again, if you're gonna, you got to come with some type of evidence, But no, I think he was born sick, and of course, nature versus nurture, right? Both can be circumstances, and I think the drugs were a factor and exasperated the situation. Mallory, if you're on an iPhone, you have to open it up through Safari, which is annoying. They haven't gotten to a point yet where you could just gift it where the super chat button is. Nah, that's bullshit, because, and again, that doesn't mean that crime isn't higher in certain areas, but how many people here are in Florida? It's,
come on.
You're looking for excuses. And when we're looking for excuses, we'll find that excuse. You know what I mean?
Right.
Disney World is in Florida. We could go both ways with it. You see what I'm saying? Just
are some of the nicest houses ever in Lee County, Florida. $1 million homes. Lots of them.
Thank you, Trio Girl Mom, for 13 months. Hey, Palmina, to be fair, I said if you have evidence, send it to me. And I will take offense saying, hey, you're blind. I actually take pride in the fact that I am not a blind person. I don't like using the term woke because it went way too far in the other direction. But I am very well aware of things going on in our world. I am not a sheep. I'm not someone who is blind. But I think you're kind of Alex Jones in it. And what I mean by that is at one point, Alex Jones was spot on. Alex Jones was screaming about Bohemian Grove, right? And nobody believed him. And then Alex Jones was right. But then what happened is Alex Jones went too far.
Yep.
And it turned into the frogs are gay, right?
The frogs are gay, and then Sandy
went very far into it. And so all I'm saying is, hey, come back to the Bohemian Grove, and I'm with you. But once we start going too far,
and damn, was he right about that?
Yeah, let's just pull it back a bit. Just pull it back a bit.
And at first, I was just
exactly, Christine.
I was thrown by it. I didn't know. I'm
Marcaso.
trying to hear in his voice. Is this another story?
Oh no, AU Mom.
I can hear the panic in
I
his
hope
voice.
It doesn't. Scott.
I said, "Why, son?" And he said, "Dad, I don't know. Just wanted to do it."
See? Why'd you do it, son? Did you hear? Why'd you do it, son? I don't know. Just wanted to do it. I believe that.
I do too.
Oh, God.
So,
you believe that? Or
what's that?
Do you believe that?
The truth about it is, for years, I've told my wife, I said, my biggest fear is one day he's going to kill one of these girls. Because I'm telling you.
You had so many calls,
Christine.
man, from girls getting beat by him.
Multiple girls, man, would call me, text me, just desperate. young girls, just don't know what to do, don't know how to deal with it, looking for help,
Well, and I think
everybody was.
I think that's what kind of gets also me rubbed the wrong way. Natasha, you guys, anyone who follows me knows I already believe we live in a society currently where everyone is the most triggered, everyone's the most oppressed, everyone's fighting to be the biggest victim. Sorry, I'm not trying to upset anyone, that's just my feeling. And so we're constantly looking for excuses because we are a lazy, selfish generation. Where it's unbelievable. And so when you're looking for excuses to justify horrific behavior, you're going to find those excuses.
Yep. They make it cool to be victim.
He's not on drugs, man. He's a great dude. He's funny. He's cool to hang out with. Thank you, Michelle. But it's something in him. Man, when he gets high, he flips out, man. I just think he went.
You're part of it, Palmina.
One step farther this time. I think he's wanted to do that for a long time. I know he's never done that before. He's never killed a woman before. I know that. But I feared that he would one day. So when he told me that, it hurt me, but it didn't surprise me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's wanted to do it for a while.
Amen.
Yeah. And, I think about.
And thank you for the work you do.
All these, videos and all this that people talk about. I wonder what all these people would say if all these prior girlfriends
everyone should,
and
Michelle.
baby mama told their story.
Yeah.
Because they've been pretty quiet. I haven't seen anything from any of them.
Just trying to make sense of it. It's wild to think, man.
Yeah, my 15-year-old.
Oh.
These kids, they don't put their phones down.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard on my young son because his friends have seen it, and kids in school I know have probably seen all this madness, and they talk shit, but he's a strong kid, and I've taught him to be strong mentally.
Yeah.
And he's handling it really good.
Well, that's good.
I'm proud of him.
That's good.
Yeah. So
his ears
the more
breathe.
He talked about it to me. The more I could hear it in his voice. He was almost reliving it. You know what I mean? And I had such a feeling listening to him tell me what he had done. It got to the point where I put the phone on speakerphone because I felt like if I told my wife this, she wouldn't have believed me.
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed somebody else to hear this because
thank you, Turtle Dove.
I almost felt,
hey,
I went back to like seeing him born in my memory, bringing him home, holding him as a baby, sleeping with him, bathing him, feeding him, doing all these things with him.
Now, that's heartbreaking to me.
Oh my God.
That's heartbreaking to me because I could imagine as a parent, especially since he did give Wade up, but even if he was there his whole life, I can't imagine ever, even as an adult, looking at my child as anything except that baby,
right.
And so when he looks at Wade, he sees that baby.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't judge his actions. I think he held Wade accountable while still supporting him.
Correct. And that's what you have to do with people that you love,
Mm-hmm.
It can't be easy, but the right thing never is.
Yeah. So It's hard.
You know, I missed all those other years. So my memory of him was as a baby. And now he's a man. And I'm hearing this man that I created, helped create, telling me the details of all these things with joy in his voice. You know,
Look at Lipple.
it made me want to throw up. I literally,
Lipple is
put the phone away and felt like I was just going to throw up. And at that moment, that's the moment when I realized I hadn't even heard about Diane's situation yet.
Exactly, Carrie.
But just the details that he went into about Christine, you know, rolling her up in the bedding and tying her up and dragging her down the, you know, trying to get her to the car, but he couldn't. She was too heavy, you know. Hearing him describe those things to me, it just, I can't explain it.
But he was set up, right? But he was set up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He was able to, because like, put aside everything that came after, he was able, right in those moments, to give such specific details.
Exactly.
But he was set up. He was concerned for his family. That's why he confessed horrifically to crimes he didn't commit, the same crimes that he was committing prior, and the same crimes he fantasized and was committing after. Did they set him up for the cellmate that he had in Lee County? Was that a setup too? Or did they fake these calls, that phone calls from prison are dropping on their Patreon? Wolfie, thank you. I'm not reading that though. She does it on purpose.
I know she does.
Yeah. And like, listen, I agree that I wish Papa Steve didn't go to as many panels as he did. But again, who the hell am I to judge? Like,
Right.
I'm aware it's a lot easier to sit here and judge than it is to, I don't want to know what it's like to be in his situation.
And I think you want to share, and you want to be comforted. And I think people take advantage of that. And hopefully that he's learned that now. And that's why he's not talking as much.
Palmina, shoot me your evidence. I am open to any evidence. Email it to me and I'll look with an open mind. But let's not state things as fact when we don't have anything to back it up right now. Hey, Andy.
Feeling, you know, from your kid, you know, your son. Yeah, I didn't raise him.
Ooh.
But we had a strong connection because he knew my past, and we talked about that. We talked about, you know, getting help for his demons.
Thank you for sharing that, Hannah.
Getting him some drug help to get off the drugs. We had detailed conversations, and that's why he called me. That's why.
Okay, all right. But that's the issue I'm going to have right there, Palmina. Right there. I don't have any evidence. I don't want any evidence, but just Google all the cases in the area. So how did you specifically say Wade was 8 years old if you don't have... Girl, you dropped a specific age. A specific age. Where'd you get that from? Wade was 8 years old. And you got that from in the area, looking up cases? Statistics? Honey, no. You can't force something because you want it to be. Respectfully, you can't. No, they didn't.
They didn't. That's not true. I've read every single thing on this case. That's not true.
It's not. But the moment that you say, hey, I have no evidence, I'm pulling this completely out of and I love conspiracies,
Me too.
but conspiracies based on facts, right? Things that actually have evidence. Come on. So from here on out, please don't make comments like that. Mods, you can remove comments like that, because again, I told you could email me. I'm open to looking up evidence, but when you immediately follow that with, I don't have any evidence, then we're not pushing any type of narrative, because unfortunately people do come in, they'll read one comment and they'll run with it, and then they'll say they got it from Melissa Jade's chat. I don't do that shit. Respectfully, no.
You know, he felt comfortable to talk to me about it because I think
We didn't even say that.
I wouldn't judge
That's the
him
funny
on
part.
No, he did.
I wouldn't. He knew I wouldn't be okay with it because we had countless conversations about the physical stuff with these girls in the past, you know.
I'll
and
drop
I would
it,
try
Kat.
to
I was gonna
give
drop
a different perspective. You know, what if that was one of your sisters, man? You know, what if that was your biological mom? What if that was your adopted mom? Would you want somebody treating them that way? You know, but it never changed.
Absolutely,
You know?
Michelle, email me.
I know I'm wrong, but the cycle would continue, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
So it was hard to hear, for sure.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Well, you already know that the detectives are pretty much getting a lead to everything that he's doing. So you know they're going to hear this.
That's wonderful,
You know,
Jay Rivet. I love that. Lots of wonderful adoptive and foster
before
families.
he even started continuing the story,
You're fine, Luna.
in my mind, I knew, you know, I can't help him with this.
Oh, it was sealed shut right there.
I'm a firm believer, man. You don't hurt children, and you don't hurt women.
Amen.
You know, and these women were innocent. It's not like they got they were in a relationship and got in a heated argument. You know, this was on the fly.
Yeah.
And it stemmed from his anger from his argument with Mila. That's where he really got pissed off.
Oh, man. Hold on.
At the bar.
Aww.
See, now look, this is another little.
Thank you, Mallory. Can't figure out how to gift a membership from the iPhone, but love you anyways. Keeping it real. Thank you, Mallory.
iPhone makes it so difficult.
Yeah. Apple hasn't caught up to it yet. Unfortunately, it's really annoying.
Picture I was painting in my head. It's a lot of guys, man. You know, if the girl's really mad at him for leaving with another girl, he could have snapped and said, you know what? I'm going to take her out. Maybe that'll make her feel a little better. Because he's so mad in a rage, you know?
Yeah. And I don't know the ins and outs of the argument. He never went in detail with me about it. But I knew that that's where it stemmed from. His anger started there that night. And then, you know, the drugs and just probably stewing on that argument. He did what he did.
Yeah.
You know? And so at that point, you know, I wasn't 100%, but I was about 95% knowing this is bad. You know, this I cannot
Little head.
go along with this. You know?
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. A lot of people, maybe not so many, but there's going to be some that would say, oh, hell no. Even after talking to the detectives and all that, I'm going to still protect him. I'm not, ain't no way, you know, you get smoked right with him. You know what I mean? At this point, there ain't no helping, like you said.
Yeah.
And, besides mentally, you know.
Right, exactly. and let me just make this clear. I've read a lot of stuff where people say, hell no.
He did, Bree.
Not my son. I would never turn my son in. I would never do that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a hard decision, I promise you. And it's the worst decision I've ever had to make, like in my mind. But I knew, because I know him so well, I knew in my heart what was gonna happen. 100%. I knew
Steve saved lives. Honestly, it's not even Wade killed one person, and we've seen killers before that took one life and then they didn't get caught and they never took another life. Wade would have continued, and by his own admission would have continued to take lives. So Steve saved lives for sure by turning him in. You're not respecting what I'm asking, Palmina. That's the biggest issue, not what you're saying. You're not respecting what I'm asking. And I've asked multiple times now, right? And then once finally you get blocked, it's going to be, oh, you silenced me. And I try very hard not to do that. But I've asked you, send over the evidence that you have. I'll look at it with an open mind. But until then, I don't want to push that narrative in my chat, please. So drop it. You're more than welcome to stay if you could keep it on the subject.
It's going to happen. I could hear it in his voice. And, I tried. It was so bad. I was trying to almost calm him down, because he was so amped up telling me about it.
Silk.
And, he just told me, he left. He left her in
then
the house.
Go, Palmina.
He took her car, took her phone. And,
what you're saying to me is, hey, I'm not respecting you. Then go, right? I'm trying to respect you as a subscriber in the chat, but you're not respecting me as the creator. So go, right? You can't say, hey, no, I'm going to stay, but I'm going to push misinformation. And actually, no, not misinformation, disinformation. I'm going to push disinformation in your chat, and I want you to just allow me to do it. No, thank you. Credibility means a lot to me. And unless you could have something to back it up, please don't push that narrative. Seems pretty fair.
Overwhelming.
Went into, he didn't go in detail about Mila much in that situation. But
what?
He told me he was driving. He's like, I don't know where I'm at. He hadn't been in Fort Myers, Cape Coral area long at all. So he had no sense of direction. He didn't know where he was at. He was just driving. And to jump to Diane's situation.
Bitch, I'm Italian too. What? I'm Italian, New York. What are you saying? Like, yeah, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm starting to think you're not okay. So you guys could remove her. Again, it takes a lot to be blocked in my chat. And you say you don't give a shit, but it seems like you give a shit. Nobody's arguing fam isn't fam. But enough. So you guys could remove her.
Thank you, Wolfie.
Godspeed.
Don't let the
that he saw her walking down the street. He stopped. He asked her for directions, asked her if she needed a ride. And she got in the car.
funny.
I don't, I battle with that because I don't get that part of it. And who knows what really happened.
At that point, he could have just snatched her up, man.
Yeah.
And painted a picture however he wanted to paint it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He
Respectfully.
told me she got in the car. And
I hate to stop you again, but you hear comments like that. What kind of girl would just jump in someone's car? You know what I mean? We don't know. You're don't know, man.
Don't know what
people
happened.
will take anything and run with it, man. It can't. You got to leave. It's too many possibilities. We only know what we know.
And there was only 2 people there for that situation, and he's the only one that's able to tell what happened.
Yeah.
So,
Candace is going back
he
again.
told me they drove for a few minutes, and he said, Dad, I just reached over, and I just choked the bit out with one hand,
Right
and I was
there.
driving with the other. He said he then was looking for somewhere to dump her body. And he drove around for a little bit.
Thank you, Ainana.
And he said he went in and dumped her body in the woods. And he said to me, when he pulled her out of the car, he realized that she was still alive.
Oh my God.
And he said he got back in the car and he said, Dad, I run that bitch over till she looked like spaghetti.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Hearing my son say that to me, I realized at that point that it was over. You know, I knew he enjoyed it.
Yep.
I knew he wanted me to feel, I don't even think intentionally he wanted me to feel his excitement. I just feel like he just was so amped up talking about it. You know, that's just how it came off to me. It was almost like he wanted me to feel, you know, I don't want to say joy. I don't know what the feeling was. Just adrenaline, maybe. You know, he wanted me to feel that.
Maybe he wanted you to have some kind of a acceptance of it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Or maybe, you know, he was trying to get you tricked the hell up too.
Yeah.
There's some little, like some.
To hear that out of your child's mouth, I couldn't imagine. And this is with 23andMe. I'll drop the link again. But, okay, Tech Cat, I don't know if you're in the past. Maybe someone in the chat, because she's already been booted. But again, I don't like when people tell me what I should do on my channel. Respectfully, I keep realizing I say it a lot. Respectfully, it's a lot easier, once again, to be in the chat and tell a creator, hey, you should do this, you should do that, until you're a creator. Then there are the people who, you boot so fast. And the people, I don't like to boot fast. I like to give people space to share their opinions, even when I don't agree with it. But I understand it may not be something for you in that moment. So the thing I would suggest is, hey, leave, come back. If it's something that you're not enjoying in the moment, I get it. But I could only run things the way I want to run things. And that's giving people the space to have their opinions without immediately removing them. I don't want a yes community. I don't want people who all agree with me. I like giving people that space, but I understand sometimes it could feel like there's a back and forth. I apologize, but it's just how I do things here. No, FOS is setting me up for sabotage. I can't imagine what that was like as his father to hear him say that. But exactly what he said is he was enjoying it.
Yep.
He was enjoying it.
Bitter payback stuff. He's going down. He's going to bring the dad that should have been there for me down too. You never know. Because, you know, anyone who's been locked up knows talking like to someone like that, you're making them an accessory right off the break. Yeah. Anyone would know that. And if they care about him at all, they would, you know. So they'd be very bland. But from what he's broke down everything to you.
And I'm giving you the short version of things.
Yeah.
When I tell you, it's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. It's the worst thing that I've ever listened to in my life. And it amplified it so much because, like I said, all I could think about was him as a baby, you know? Just that innocent kid, you know? And I just was, in my mind was like, how did we get here? You know what I mean? How did we get here? Because he wasn't raised like that. His adopted family, they're solid people, good people, hardworking, honest, Christian people.
Have you spoken to them at all since that took place?
Yeah, I've spoken with his mother. Yeah,
I can only imagine how they're feeling about it. Like they can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I know how I feel. I can only imagine raising him.
Yeah, Michelle.
You know, and they went through a lot. You know, they tried everything with him. I mean, they tried.
And Harlot, you can. I'm not sure if you heard me before, but you can gift out Andrea's Patreon membership whenever.
Everything they put him in facilities to try to help him. They knew he was using drugs. They tried to get him help.
Oh
You
my
know, he was
God.
in and out of detention
Wow.
centers, and you know, he chose a different route. You know, they did their job, and they tried to instill morals
salute
and
to
good
them.
values in him.
Yeah, salute to them.
Hey,
You
Sandra.
know?
So they're solid people. This is
Good.
not a reflection, anything on any part of them, because they really are great people.
Yeah.
So there's a part of it that never came out in the court. And, you know, after he was arrested, him and I spoke on the phone a few times. And it was 2 days after he was arrested.
Hi,
I got a
T-Dog
call
Mom.
from that same detective. And she asked me, she said, "Do you think that Wade would talk to you?" And I said, "Yeah, I think
Thank you,
he'll talk to me."
FOS.
And I asked her why, and she said, "You know, we're searching for Diane's body,
Mm.
and we can't find her. Do you think if you came down and visited with him?"
Thank you, Kat. MJ, thank you for all the good content and for your intelligent perspective. Thank you. That's very much appreciated. That is so cheesy, Wolfie.
That's the best one yet.
Stop encouraging her.
It's so funny though.
Yeah, so Steve gets the call, and not only did he have to turn it, think about it like this. He not only had to turn his son in, which I can imagine felt like he gave his son up for the second time.
Yeah.
But then he gets the call, hey, we need you to do the unimaginable, right? And we need you to help us recover where Diane's body is. That's got to be hard.
So you need to talk to him while we're watching.
Shit. And that video call with Steve and Wade was really the most organic I've ever seen Wade, in my opinion.
Me too.
But what I saw was a little boy still yearning for his dad.
Yep.
And welcome, Christy. Thank you for becoming a member. Whoops.
It's the most humanity I think we've ever seen. There's a little glimpse when he was crying about his mom,
Mm-hmm.
with his mom, but we didn't see that. We only heard it.
Yeah. Yep, Michelle. Yep.
That we could try to get some information, anything about it, you know? And I said, yeah. So the next day, my wife and I drove down.
Ew.
And she stayed in the truck, and I went in to visit them.
My back
And
hurts.
They give you a normal visit or some kind of
just
special
through
visit?
the glass on the phone.
Okay.
You know, he came up to the glass and he looked at me and he said, "Dad, did you turn me in?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." And he said, "Why?" And I said, "Son, the excitement that I heard in your voice on the phone scared me, because I knew that if you got away with this and got out of this area, that you would do it again."
Yeah.
And you know, he looked at me for a minute and he said, "You know, you know me so well." And I said, "What does that mean?" And he said, "You're exactly right."
You're exactly right. He would have killed again. Because here's the thing that I believe with Wade. It's kind of similar to Letitia Stout in Letitia framed many break-ins and sexual assaults and pregnancies, and she got away with it. And so she had to take the next level up and up and up and up until it got to the circumstances that it did on January 27th. With Wade, I think he always wanted this. And he had many victims before Christine and Diane. And he got so close, but never fully took one of their lives yet.
Yeah.
But then he did with Christine. And he got so absorbed in it. He couldn't even wait. And he took Diane's life.
Right, like a random person on the street. That's how bad he wanted to do it.
He got a taste of a drug that was so fucking addicting. There was no fucking way he wasn't going to go out and get his fix again and again and again.
Yep.
But he was set up, right? He only admitted to this out of fear and concern for the family that he talked shit on. Sure.
That's exactly what I would have done. And hearing him say that, it just solidified for me that I had made the right decision.
Oh yeah.
You know, because he openly said that to me, man. That was his intention, to get out of this area and keep on going. So for that, I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't bother me because I know in my heart that I did the right thing. I made the right choice.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
when I did that first video and I said that, man, can't let it ruin your whole life. You got other kids and all kinds of stuff going on, man. He would ruin all their lives if you wanted to go. You would have to go on the run with your son. I mean, detectives already heard everything, So it's ridiculous for people to even think that would help anything. It wouldn't.
Yeah,
it wouldn't help nothing. I mean, did it end well, that conversation?
Yeah. In that visit was the first time that I saw or heard some emotion in my son's voice. Because I said to him, I said, listen,
Ew.
The second woman, I said, she has 2 kids, right? And he was like, no. And I said, yeah, I said, it's really hard for me, son, to sit at home and watch this media coverage and seeing her children on TV begging their mom to come home. I said, it's hard for me, son, because you and I both know that that's not going to happen. And I said to him, I said, think about it.
Yeah, bye.
What if that was your sisters, your mother, your biological mom, a woman you cared about? Would you want just, someone to do the right thing? I said, right now you look like an
I'm so
animal.
sorry, Jay Rivet.
I said, but you can turn it around. You can do the right thing. I said, they need to find her body. And he was, he had tears in his eyes. And he said, well, what do I do? I said, you tell the truth, son. I said, you tell the truth. What's done is done. You can't.
And that Steve looked out for Wade more than any of you wives who are by his side now. Guess what? Advocating for him to be honest and take that accountability, and I will love and support you while you serve your sentence, whatever it may be, versus all of you women who say you love him, but running with bullshit, right? Lie. Say you're fucking crazy. Say you were set up. That's not love. You don't love him. You're infatuated with him.
Perfectly said.
Right. Yes, Michelle, and they would be the first ones to scream me too. Look at the wives' actions right now and how much they doop, 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 doop. If they were successful and got Wade out, we know what Wade would do.
Kill him
And
off.
if they survived, you know where they'd be.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag me too. I'm the victim. He tried to take my life. I'm here to advocate on behalf of domestic violence and for women. Seriously. Fuck you guys.
Yep.
Congratulations, Queen G. You got Andrea's gifted Patreon. Make sure to email me and I will send it to you. Thank you so much, Andrea. Right. True love is not lying. Bye. True love is not lying for him. True love is not like, what are you trying to do? You're trying to get a man out to do essentially the same fucking thing. And you could be mad at that all you want. But to act like that is not exactly what they do, that's exactly what they do.
It really is.
It's exactly what they would do. They would be the poster child.
He hurt me.
Mm-hmm. Fuck out of here. You too, Turtle Dove.
Change it, but you can try to make it a little better, for this family.
Ew.
And
get your earbuds out of your mouth. Those go in your ears.
And they're so little that it's probably very dirty.
Absolutely they are, Carrie. And if something like that literally upsets someone to the point where they unsubscribe, oh my God, I really do say respectfully all the time. Respectfully,
what?
It's not the place for you then. But I don't know what part of that.
And what you said.
Why? Because I did #MeToo. That's not to minimize what anybody has gone through. That's to show what they're trying to do, right?
Of course. Right.
And if you can't understand the difference, that's not a me problem. That sounds like a you problem.
Right.
When Jesse asked him to stop talking to other women and he asked her not to leave because he can't deal with... And that was true. Yeah. The biggest fear of Wade's, in my opinion, is being left alone to his own thoughts.
Like right now.
Yep. It's troubling, to say the least.
I didn't anticipate for him to go into detail with me about it, but he said, I'm not familiar with Fort Myers. I don't know the area. And I just thought to myself for a second, I said, did you throw her purse out of the car? And he said, yeah. I said, well, they found her purse. And it's like a light bulb clicked in his head. And he said, okay, well, where her purse was, if you go down a little bit, there's like a neighborhood where they're building houses. They're real
Thank
spread
you, Carrie.
out. He said, I turned in there and I went to the back and I saw a wooded area, and that's where I put her body. So, thankfully he did that. He did the right thing with that. And
I don't understand Spanish fully, but I know pobrecita means poor baby, Melissa, right? If someone can translate that for me. Pobrecita Melissa, estás celosa? Poor baby Melissa, I think, and something. Melissa, estás ardida.
The first time here.
Melissa, she says, I was right about the poor baby. Poor baby Melissa, you're so jealous.
He's so jealous. We are so jealous.
Of what? Like, I don't, I think it's pretty intriguing that, your guys' go-to is, I'm jealous of what?
Either jealous or obsessed. That's all they say over and over and over.
Yeah, jealous. You're jealous. Jaja. Exacto. Okay. Well, welcome. Lovely having you.
I know they found her body that day. So he asked me, will you tell the detectives to come talk to me?
Carolyn Cooper, it must
and I'll
be.
tell them the truth. Well, they were watching the video, the visit, so they already knew the truth. And they did come talk to him that night, and that's where that confession that was played in court. That's when that happened,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've heard people say, he was set up.
Thank you, September.
I've read stuff that says, his dad probably did it.
Yeah.
And he's, using his son as the fall guy. It blows my mind. It blows my mind the theories that people come up with sometimes,
Yeah.
You had asked me about, when I first met him.
Jealous of this?
And,
Come on.
Like I said, we talked for a little while, and he was in and out of jail. The time he was in Tallahassee, I was in Central Florida. So, it never worked out. And he ended up getting locked up one day in Tallahassee in the county jail.
Mm-hmm.
And I called up there and talked to a supervisor or whatever, and I said, I explained the situation to him. I said, this
Happy
is my
early
son.
birthday,
He's
September.
given up for adoption.
Literally B crumbs.
Haven't had the chance to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I can come up and visit? And he said, can you be here tonight? I said, yeah. And he said, all right, when you get here, I'll let you visit for a little while. So that's where we met face to face the first time, And I remember he was already sitting down through the glass, when I walked up, and we picked up the phone, and he looked at me and he said, are you my dad? I said, yeah, I'm your dad. And he said, I knew it. It was almost like we just, we connected,
Sad, man.
Yeah, we did connect, but,
Thank you, Nate Noodle, for your I'm Jealous t-shirt or tattoo fund. Thanks. I should make a... What word was the jealous? Was it the jaja?
That's laughing.
Oh.
Aha.
Oh, but jaja?
Yeah.
I like that, actually.
That's how they laugh.
Well, jaja to you, too. I like it, though.
You need to make a dead row shirt. Dead row.
Yeah, just put it like right, because dead row. Right across.
Yeah.
I get that. Tanta necesidad tienes para esto.
Isn't Tanta stupid?
Totally. No, entonces es ember. No, entonces es ember.
Okay. Bueno.
I like you too. Thanks for being here.
I know
we
this.
just never had the chance.
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I don't need to say it.
An hour sound. In Spanish, J is pronounced like an hour sound.
Like what?
I don't know what an hour sounds like.
Like yeah? Isn't it like?
Well, someone can tell her she can come tomorrow night for Coburger if she wants to see a variety. I mean,
Sunday night you talked about Letitia.
yeah, you want to come for Letitia? It's amazing. You're only here for Wade Wilson, none of the other killers, but okay. Oh, and H. I'm like, I don't know what an hour sound is. Ha ha. Oh, a J is a. Okay. That's okay. About 30 years ago, because I couldn't give her light. That's so respectable, Emma. She has grown up to be a well-adjusted function. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
It's wonderful, Emma.
Thank you, Andrea. Or me? Jealous? Well, welcome, t-shirt. I love it. Thank you, Bree. Just happy to be here. Thankful for this community. Y'all are the best. Thanks, Bree. Yeah.
He was doing his thing, so.
It's your son, man.
Yeah.
Very, very, very sad.
United look
story,
like a squirrel?
Yeah.
It's one hell of a story.
Yeah,
Something out of a fictional movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
No parent can ever imagine something like this unfold.
Thank you, Salty Blonde. Thank you for being a member of the Rational Young People and not being afraid to speak up or be fair. Can I get a fall, please? Hell yeah.
Yay.
Please do, Zizabella. It's mind-blowing. I'm so excited to talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to your guys' update.
And thanks for the support. Zsa.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've had people ask me, you know, what if one of your two boys did something like this? What would you do? And I said, first of all, I raised
Unfortunately,
those
no,
boys.
Kelly.
I can promise you they would never do that. I would bet my life that that would never happen, you know. I've taught them good morals. Their moms taught them good morals. And I don't know where that comes from,
September.
man. I'm not that guy. You know, I'm not aggressive like that with women. I'm not I don't do that. You know, so I don't know where that came from, man. You know, I have dealt with a little guilt
Carter.
behind this, and I know it's stupid.
Who,
I know that
C. Carter?
I had, you know, it's not my fault
I
at
think
all.
it's normal, man. Everyone would feel a little bit.
Yeah.
If they got a heart, you know.
Well, my guilt comes from, you know, he was in Tallahassee, man. He wasn't doing good. He said he wanted to straighten up. He said he wanted to get clean. He wanted to come down here with me and work, you know. And I said to him, I said, listen, you can't come down here and work with me like this. I said, you need to get some help, man. I said, I'll set it up for you. I'll take care of everything. And I didn't think he would go, but he went. And I put him on a bus from Tallahassee to Palm Beach. And
That's okay, Grace.
he stayed a couple
He doesn't
weeks
carry.
in the facility and met up with somebody and left, you know. And my guilt has always been, you know, maybe if I hadn't have sent him down to South Florida, heading down to Palm Beach and the Keys and all that, it was wide open for him.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he had a good setup. You know, he was working, and the problem was he just couldn't stop. He couldn't stop getting high. He couldn't stop the drinking. He doesn't have a license, so you know he's driving all over the Keys, getting pulled over, getting arrested, going to jail. You know, I heard this.
They must have posted in like the Wade groups or something, so they're all coming in. Anyone jealous of a feces chomping pedo murderer seemed to be one of the same trail of skid marks defending this POS go off though.
Word.
I'm just jealous though.
I know you are. And I'm obsessed.
Yeah, but that's most likely what happened. Posted in because they watch and they post my links, and so
I'm sorry.
Honestly, like I pity you. Like if you have to be someone that any day, any of you want to come up on panel and actually try to convince me with receipts and evidence that Wade is not guilty versus, oh, you're just jealous, he looks hot. I would love that. I would really love that. But none of you come with that. None of you are willing to do that. So you want us to, what? You think he's hot. Okay.
Well, we got you pictures. You're welcome.
Yeah, you should be thanking us. Just saying.
Theory that said, you know, when he was down in the Keys, it was a whole international drug ring. And
oh yeah, I remember hearing about this.
Human trafficking and this and that. And he was brought down for security. Listen, do you really think a big organization like that is going to hire a convicted felon with no license to be their driver and their security?
Yeah.
No. They're not doing that.
Well,
I mean, it's common sense thinking, you know?
And there's a lot of things that I've said to myself, man, he is just making stuff up, you know? And when I've realized that,
Exactly,
then I
Michelle.
realized, like we were talking about earlier, anything could be possible. And the way these
That's right.
individuals died, how it all happened, everything could just be a
stitched up
bullshit paint
voodoo
job, you know,
Yeah.
with a little bit of truth in it. If I were to
Yeah.
if I were to bet it, I'd bet my whole house on it,
Mhm.
you know?
100%. And you know how it goes when people first get arrested and they're coming off that dope or whatever they're doing. That's when they're more authentic. You know,
Yeah.
they're making those phone calls and they're apologizing and they're telling the truth. It's when they've sobered up and they've had time to think about and process what they've done and what they're facing. That's when the stories start. You know, that's when, I need to make that. I'm innocent, you know, and these stories are created and these people run with these stories.
Yeah.
It's madness to me.
Yeah.
But his dad's lying.
The irony of it.
Right.
Is he still pulling the strings from a jail cell, you know? He's got, I mean, it's just crazy. I was looking at these accounts, you know, raising money and stuff. And I may have missed it, but I went down the list of all these people that have donated. And hey, what you do with your money, it's your money. I don't care what you donate your money to, but it's just all women.
Mm-hmm.
It's all women. Yep. And if you really,
that's kind of scary, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, really sit back.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, oh, but you'd be the first one to scream, you're a victim. If he were successful in getting him out and he would have that same repeated behavior.
Well, they would be the first victim.
You would be the same, you know, but I upset someone clearly. They were like, oh, unsubscribe, which is fine. But like, what are you upset about? That they would be the first screaming and hopping on board a Me Too. Oh, and let's be real. There have been plenty of women who have lied. So just like everything in an organized fashion, I don't vibe with that shit. But what happened to supporting the women now? The victims of Wade. What about them? Yeah, Kyle. I don't know. It's me, Missy. I have no idea.
And think about if you go down the donation list, it's all women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So think about that. I mean, he's pulling y'all strings from a jail cell.
Yep.
You know?
Willingly.
He's a good-looking kid. Man, he's a man. And he knows it. He knows he's a good
I think that's a bulk. If he was ass ugly, man, I don't think it would be going down like that.
Nope.
Trust me.
There was
I do have something I gotta ask you, man. Yeah. And I was like, how the hell did he get that nice blue suit in the courtroom? Who got him that suit, man?
All right, this is simple. There's when he was in Palm Beach, he met a guy. It's a Christian guy, I think. You know, him and his wife. They have like an outreach, you know, to help young people on the streets and young drug addicts and stuff like that. And he befriended this guy, and this guy went to Goodwill prior to the trial starting and matched up all the suits and
damn, he got that snazzy thing from the Goodwill?
Yeah, he said he went to Goodwill and got him.
I thought someone important got them threads dug up for.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they even let him in there with something that flashy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder, did the guy know what he was going to court for?
Yeah. He knew the situation. I think he's still in touch with Wade.
I
think they still communicate.
Yeah. He knew he had to dress to impress for that, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, Alexis got some of the suits. I don't know.
I wonder if Steve's talking about Todd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And welcome, Finny. Thank you for becoming a member, hon.
Welcome.
The ladies might see him in that sharp suit. You know, bad boy look, and not to mention a lot of girls too. They're trying to get a payday too.
Yeah, I saw
Me neither,
saw
Bree.
something earlier where mentioned thankfully he's been able to be in touch with his family again,
Oh yeah.
and I can assure you he has not reached out
Bye,
to
Marissa.
anybody.
Thanks for coming.
His
Yeah.
adoptive parents, anybody.
Adios.
So
Not even you.
no, nobody. Because I hate to say this, but he doesn't need anybody right now.
Oh, wow.
His commissary's fat. He's got an army of wives, I think they call themselves.
Mm-hmm.
My God, man.
And that's all he's ever wanted. Take care of me in jail, take care of me on the streets, take care of me. And as his dad, I hate that side of him. It's so much easier to be genuine and honest and not use people, and I hate that for him. I hate that at his age that he still does that.
Yeah.
But he knows he's a good looking man, and that's his MO.
Yeah. Very
So
selfish
I
individual.
just-
It sounds like, man.
Yeah, and I just I wish I had more time to try to help him through some of those issues and turn him around. But there's just no going back from that. So there's an old saying, I've thought about it today. It says, I brought you into this world and I'll take you out of it. And I know what it implies, but I don't mean it that way. I mean the free world. I felt like as his dad, with what he did, it was my responsibility to not have another family go through that, and it was hard for me to do that. But in my heart, I knew that was the right choice. So
Yeah.
I don't regret it.
Yeah. I mean, do you think, was there any point before he stopped talking to you that you had wind that he might be really angry at y'all?
I asked him, and
Good night, Keen's
when we
Nana.
were visiting, and
This is almost done.
he said, I'm not mad at you. I know you did what you had to do. So I know that was the genuine Wade in that visitation. So I kind of hold on to that because we haven't spoke. The last time we spoke, we got into it on the phone because he was reaching out to the media, trying to do these interviews from jail, and claiming I'm set up, I didn't do it.
Yeah, I seen
And
some
he
of
called.
those.
Yeah, he called me after that, and I said, son, what are you doing, man? I said, listen, I know what you're trying to do, but the way it comes off, it just, you sound so phony. You sound fake. You're stumbling over your words. You're kind of making stuff up as you go.
His dad was
And
right.
I said, it's not being received well. I had told him, I said, don't talk to the media. I know they have a job to do and I respect their job, but when you're trying to fumble over your words and kind of make stuff up on the fly, it comes off bad.
Yeah.
And that was my point.
See, here's the way I see it. When his dad did that original interview with him, that phone call, that was the first time and the only time Wade was organic and genuine, because murder's wrong, right? And he had to hide it, but he admitted to it. Then shortly after that, all of these women came and said, that's okay. That's okay. We'll love you anyway. And the little bit in his mind that knew the difference between right and wrong went out the window. And wrong is okay. And so he was allowed to just go, and you know what? I take back admitting all of that. And I'm going forward and doing these media interviews and pushing that I'm innocent, because all of them are saying it's okay. He's literally able to talk and fantasize about how he's going to kill Vivian because it's okay. They're saying it's okay. So he didn't even have to hide it the way all of these other killers have to hide, do it in the darkness, in the shadows. Wade gets to do it out in the open and still be fawned over.
Very good point.
To telling him that, You know, you don't
all
need
that,
to.
Hey,
all that stuff
Cheyenne.
might be brought up and looked at during his
Yeah.
full sentencing as well. You know, so
Exactly.
judges might see this stuff and see right through the evilness and like this guy's got to go. You know.
Yeah.
Melissa?
Or just good for
Yeah.
that, man. They're definitely are. But this is another thing, you know.
What?
What was that?
What was what?
Nothing.
What? What?
At the bottom of the screen.
This one?
Yeah.
It's his hand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just his hand moving.
Looked weird.
If he ever hits any other prisons, if he don't stay, yeah. Do you know if he's what kind of living conditions he's in? 23-1, I'm guessing.
Yeah. They've got him locked down. Him and a cellmate that he had a few years ago. They tried to escape out of the jail.
Yeah, I read about
their
that.
window.
Yeah.
So I think since then he's been locked down.
Yeah, no,
So-
especially with the popularity of the case too now. Probably gonna keep him in there because if he ever hits the main line, man, some people might have something in store for him. You know.
Yeah. And the other thing I feel like I have to defend in a way is all these swastikas and all that.
Yeah.
That's not who he is. You know, he at all. That's not who he is. That's all for show. That's his defense mechanism, you know, because like I said before, when he was in prison, I think he spent more time in protective custody than he did on the yard. So I think that's all just trying to look big and bad, you know. I just wanted to say, you know, I haven't spoke to anybody about this, you know. I've had reporters, I get so many messages, and that's just not my thing, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't be in this situation, but from the start, you know, I respected your take on everything because, you know, you understand the situation and you've been vocal on that, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have had my back, but a lot of people have condemned me for what I think doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it was hard, but I did it because I knew I needed to.
I mean, he even said it to you, man. I was gonna do it again. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that should solidify any kind of thought process like that for you, at least. But
Well, maybe all these online detectives, maybe they can figure out a way to get a copy of that visit video. And, you know, I guess at that point they'll figure out a way to, you know, discredit something. But
yeah, they always will. You know, they always will. That's how it goes. You know, but sad what he did, and my condolences go out to the family members once again. I had to go through any family member, even the Foster family. You know, they raised them, so I'm sure they felt a lot like it was their own. You know.
yeah, and you know what else, man, that I don't think people really get, or maybe they just don't care. But you know, when you put all this misinformation out, and you're posting all the same old pictures and the same old stupid stuff, you need to think about these two women's families.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Steve.
You need to think about,
Yep.
you know, their children, man. You know, it's not just Wade that's going through something. It's not, you know, they have to watch this if they choose to.
Yep.
And they know what it feels like to go through what they went through.
Yep.
And I can assure you, it was horrific to both of these women.
Yeah.
And it was unnecessary. But before you say things and post things, you really should sit back and think about these people.
You hear that, Palmina? Okay.
Their lives forever are changed.
Yeah.
Because of something that should have been avoidable, you know?
Yeah.
So
It is what
but
it
I
is.
appreciate
man.
you.
Yep, I appreciate you as well, my friend. And you know, how are you gonna feel if they say death?
You know, I don't even know, man. I don't even know because I think I'm torn with that because I've always been
Damn underbite.
I've seen it differently. You know, I get a lot of people,
Night KPFI.
you know, that no death penalty, and I get it. I respect your opinion. But I personally have lived with some of the worst monsters. And I've seen their behavior, you know? And so I have a different outlook on certain things. You know, there's a limit to people's grace when it comes to, you know, certain crimes. But I do feel when you do something so just brutal, I don't know. There's no rehabilitation in prison. Just it's just no different than an animal shelter. They let you out a little bit, throw you some food, throw you some water, whatever. There's no rehabilitation. So I'm torn with that because I know in his heart, he doesn't want to be in general population for the rest of his life. I know he wants that security. And I know that, being on death row, isolated, I think a part of him really knows that he has to have that because with everything he's put all over himself and with the things he's done and some of his life choices, he knows he can't freely walk a prison yard. It's just not going to happen. So, I don't know. When that day comes, that's something I'll have to live with the rest of my life, thinking about, my child, possibly getting executed. So, I haven't even dove deep on that one yet.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. Because, even though you did connect with him, I'm guessing he's still kind of like a little bit of a stranger to you in a sense, huh?
Yeah, a lot of things, yeah. And I'm the type of person, man, I'm a fixer, I want to, people that know me know I'm going to help you. I'm there, anything. But I don't know, this one got me. I wasn't expecting it. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. It just shit into the stick. You got to play your cards how they're dealt. That's all you can do about it, man. Is there any kind of advice that you could give to any parents out there that might be dealing with a violent kid or anything, anything that might come across your mind?
I mean, the only thing I can say is, do what's right. Do everything in your power to help them, get through it. Push them. Sometimes tough love is the best. But I pray nobody is in this situation as a parent. And, ultimately at the end of the day, if you know that you've done everything in your power for that child and they still choose to make certain choices, it hurts. You can, you wish you could fix it, but you have to do what's right. You have to think about other people and they're suffering.
Yeah.
And it's hard when it's at the hands of a life you created. It's hard.
Yeah.
All right. That was a really good interview.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Again, that was from Lockdown 23 and 1. I'll add the description in the link. And it was really interesting to be able to hear Papa Steve's perspective and hats off to him. I think he did everything he could do. Honestly, I really don't have
Respect.
Ooh, look at his lip.
Ooh, what the heck?
Ooh, what happened?
Is it like a punch or like a sore?
That is an open wound. Ouch.
Yeah.
The lip will be liplin. Hi, Abby. All right. Well, I guess I'll stop it there. I don't know what that is.
Neither do I.
Something busted open.
Yep.
Is he shaving his lip, Carrie? I don't know. That's his literal lip. No, not as far as I know. Oof.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah. Michelle. Oh, wait. Steve, are you asking about? Or wait. Hi, Race in the Boondocks. Like an open cold sore. Maybe a cold sore that got shaved on. I don't know. But all right. I'll pause it there. Tomorrow,
I'm coming
doing
back
Idaho,
on.
if you're interested.
Coming back on. Good night. See, I'm a person. Still a person. Am I in the camera, though? I can't even see that far away.
Yeah, it's just so dark. I can't see you. I can see the pretty lights behind you.
Thank you. Okay. See, I'm real. Bye.
Oh, yeah, Michelle. Absolutely. Good night, Bayou. Yes, we're doing
Yeah, I'm so
Idaho tomorrow night. Sorry, what'd you say?
I'm excited for you guys to do Idaho tomorrow.
Oh yeah, there's been so much. I'm loving it, and I'm so excited.
You know
So,
what? Can I say
Mhm.
one thing about that really quick? Yesterday on TikTok, Kaylee's sister was on because people are like harassing her because she has blonde hair, and they're saying that she's copying her older sister to look more like her or whatever. Really sad. But then she had her sister's TikTok, and looking at those TikToks, I haven't done it in like a year. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Have you done that in a while? Like seeing like the girls and
Yeah.
horrible. That's
It
all.
is.
It just I had forgotten how sad it was.
Yeah. No, it's very sad. It's very interesting. Again, like if I was you, I would, if you're not familiar with it, I would hop on board because that trial is going to be massive. And it's such an interesting case. And then Thursday, we'll come back. Thursday, we'll do Patreon because I know another Patreon call was dropped today. So we'll do that Thursday because tomorrow's my late night. But thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Tess. And I think that was much more informative than listening to anything that the Wade wives could have pushed out.
Right. And not back and forth, people talking over him, and
Right.
you got to hear it.
So hats off to Papa Steve, and thank you guys to the mods. Hold on. Melissa, stop, please. Don't be okay if you are a person with heart. Stops, you all cat talk. All, but all have one limit. I asked on good terms. I don't know what you asked me respectfully.
She's asking you to stop showing these pictures.
No, but if you can't tell Wade's fading out, I'm going to finish what I got and move on. Just like I do. Well, I don't do that with every case, actually. Like Letitia, I'll always be going with it. But one day you're going to move on too, hon.
Yep.
But don't drag cats into it. I'm not even the biggest cat person. I don't trust cats. I don't fuck with cats. But don't drag cats into your shit.
And I'm a dog person.
Yeah, I'm a dog. I'm an animal person, but I don't trust cats. It looks like a booger. But all right, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.
Bye.
Good night.